What are we waiting on?
Okay.
We're not.
Pass it, it's like telephone. Pass it.
Why couldn't I do this?
Why did
let
the
out a
pervert
big
call
old
you?
yell right now.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
Yeah. She was cute.
Oh! Practice my first ad-lib. Sit down!
More Than One Idiot Brother, written by Pearse Lehane. Fade in. Exterior intersection, Sacramento, CCTV footage, day. Mute on an anonymous suburban intersection. Mothers with strollers wait by a crosswalk. An SUV stops, allowing the mothers to cross the street. A bicycle courier slows abruptly, zigzags around the mothers, then dashes on. The SUV waits for the mothers to cross over to the other side, then pulls away. A jogger, 30, runs toward the crosswalk. The jogger is wearing inner ear headphones, looks briefly to her right, crosses immediately onto the intersection. Smash! The jogger has been plowed into by a space-age driverless vehicle. The driverless auto veers suddenly to the left, crashing into a line of parked cars. On the driver's door of the driverless auto, the phoenix-like logo of THOR Industries. The mothers rush to the jogger as a convoy of support vehicles come to a stop around the accident site. Scientists times 10 jump out of the vehicles and approach the scene. Several place their hands to their faces. Not good. Pre-lap, a gavel banging a table. Interior, school gymnasium, 12th, Michigan, night. A proper rowdy town hall. Plastic chairs, bad coffee, heating busted. 250-plus citizens yelling out, "Shame! Sit down! Shut your mouth!" as Mayor Gimbel, 50, bashes his gavel furiously.
Order! Now! Order!
The gymnasium falls silent, except for a skinny infant crying in the arms of its skinny mother. A sign hung over the basketball hoop behind the mayor reads, 12th Michigan welcomes THOR Industries.
Strike that phrase from the record.
The meeting secretary, 60, scribbles over the words white trash in the minutes, gives a thumbs up to the town citizens who are recording the meeting on their iPhones.
So stricken?
Standing in the hall, angrily twisting the red MAGA cap in his hands, Jeb Sando, 50.
Then I'll say it again. White trash. A woman in Sacramento is crushed to death under the wheels of a THOR Industries driverless auto, and they banned testing across the state of California. And you're asking us to allow it here?
Fuck that! No, that's right!
Hell no!
We're not doing that!
Next to Mayor Gimbel at the top table, a man sporting a $40,000 Rolex, Dr. Alex Sandberg, 30. Out-of-towner, no doubt. Dr. Sandberg is scanning Jeb Sando's Facebook page, sees images of Jeb at Daytona, hunting in the woods, ice fishing.
On the streets where our kids ride their bikes every day, they see us as disposable pieces of white trash, or they wouldn't be here. But to have you speak for them, take their side over ours, shame on you, Mayor Gimbel, for shame.
Dr. Sandberg types unreachable in Jeb's file.
Also, that woman wasn't killed, Jeb, just paraplegic. But that ain't even the point. It ain't.
Jeb throws his arms up to the heavens, sits down.
Look, folks, you got dead straight roads up here. Built wide enough for oversized logging 18-wheelers. Permission is for out-of-town only. We're here because of how safely this can be done in 12th. Like, I know I don't have to tell you how many of your father's uncle's husbands worked at the old AMC plant. The truth is, that's what's really on the line here. Jobs coming back to 12th. For the first time in a generation.
Couple of heads nod in the room.
And this is the part you all need to consider for real. The future. The day THOR driverless autos are DOT approved. We know that's coming down the line. Fact. And facts build factories.
That's right.
He's got a point. Okay.
We have a chance here to be a part of THOR Industries' journey. Each take our share of the rewards that will flow from such fellowship.
Mayor Gimble nods at Dr. Sandberg. Dr. Sandberg nods back.
Till the factory opens in Tijuana, just like you know it will.
Bad deal.
Mayor Gimble bangs his gavel, but it doesn't quell the yelling from the opposing sides. Sitting at the back of the hall, Dutch NYBERG, 30. Dutch's skin is outdoorsy red. Her hair is a stranger to serum. Dutch scrapes motor oil from under her fingernails with a biro, wipes the black gunk on the side of her overalls.
Who is in the market for a savior? It ain't about the fight left in you, the stakes nor odds neither. Can you save yourself? That's the one true question. Our town was dying. We knew it. They knew it. So we came to hear the man's offer, whether we like the taste of surrender or not.
Dutch glances around the room, sees the twins, Agnes and Amy Butterworth, 70, sharing a flask of soup in a far corner. Behind the twins, a red light in the dark. A small video camera is recording the meeting. By the camera, scientists ×3 in lab coats. Behind the scientists, rocking the Steve Jobs look, dark denims, black turtleneck, crisp goatee, lunar glasses, Dr. Kurt THOR, 30. Dr. THOR sees Dutch looking at him, stares back at her.
A selfless benefactor would ask for nothing in return, only salvation don't work that street. Want any kind of hometown future for your kids? Here's the deal. Eat daddy's shit or starve. Your choice.
Dutch looks from Dr. THOR to Jeb Sando, who just threw his chair at Mayor Gimble, sending Dr. Sandberg into a fleeing panic. Several citizens restrain Jeb from bum-rushing the stage. Pandemonium.
Only what they never understood about us is you can take the country, but you'll never take our pride.
Dutch stands without any fuss, makes for the exit. Jeb Sando and Mayor Gimble are now being held apart. Would go hell's bells if it weren't for the citizens holding them back from each other's throats. Outside the gymnasium, Dutch walks from the gym through the packed parking lot, sees a large tractor, clearly driven in from a farm. Dutch climbs into her Ford F Super Duty tow truck. Logo on the driver's door says, Dick Nyberg and Sons, 24/7 recovery. Dr. THOR steps out from the meeting, observes Dutch as she drives out of the parking lot. A scientist appears over Dr. THOR's shoulder. Dr. THOR looks back, nods at the scientist. Exterior 12th Main Street, night, moving. Dutch comes to a stop at a red light. She looks out at the last remaining stores on the strip. Reb's Ammunition, PD's Pawnbroker, Butterworth's Bar. All the other businesses boarded up. Across the street, the last film advertised on the marquee of the abandoned cinema reads, White Men Can't Jump. As Dutch scans the corpse of Main Street, a sadness creeps into her eyes, but not the bitter kind, the kind that has fully accepted, without self-pity, time's up. Dutch notices the homeless man, out-of-town Brown, 60, drinking a whiskey quart on a bench. Next to him on the seat, a small Jack Russell on a twine lead. Dutch sees a half-pack of cigarettes on her dash. She raps the outside of her door. Out-of-town Brown looks up. Dutch tosses him the pack. He catches it, nods at Dutch. Dutch nods back. Light goes green. Dutch drives away. Exterior, Ford Avenue, 12th, Michigan, night. That twilight street in every remote town where the sidewalk gives way to gravel, where the last streetlight stands. Being flat Michigan, the roads go only in dead straight lines through deep wilderness woods. Fine hunting country. A man, 30, rides a snow-white bicycle down the center of the trafficless road. Alongside him, a second bicycle in parallel motion, steered with his left hand. One man, two white bicycles. A very neat trick. The streetlights don't quite join up, so the man passes from lamplight into darkness, into light again, back to black. 2 quick flashes from the woods, pistol shots no doubt. Only one bicycle emerges from the darkness, hits the curb, flips over onto the gravel, front wheel spinning. As the bicycle wheel slows to a stop, music fades up. Joan Blondell, My Forgotten Man. Smash cut, super close on the face of a charred, ancient rag doll, cable tied to the front grille of a moving truck. In the tow bay of the truck, a trussed, recently shot deer. Inside the cab, Dutch NYBERG. Dutch now wearing outdoor hunting attire and a blaze orange singlet. Dutch's headlights catch the man lying in the road next to his bike. Dutch stops the truck. Without having to look, her hand goes in the glove box. She removes a .33, pops the cylinder. With her eyes still on the man, she touches the bullet casings, feels that the gun is fully loaded. She snaps the gun shut, takes the safety off. Dutch turns off the engine, killing the music, steps out of the cab. Dutch sweeps a flashlight along the road. She spies a small, abandoned cabin, all quiet there. Dutch holds the flashlight above her pistol, military style, as she approaches the man.
6 weeks after the town hall, a man was shot in the back.
Still 10 feet from the man, Dutch sees a rivulet of blood creeping towards her along the asphalt. She clocks the second bicycle down the road. Her head whirs. She lowers the .33.
Dr. THOR? Mr. THOR, is that you?
The man's body remains motionless. Dutch walks forward, kneels down, presses 2 fingers against the man's neck, holds for a moment, takes her hand back. Deceased, no doubt. A dog barks aggressively, close to the edge of the road. Dutch swings her flashlight pistol towards the barking.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Standing in the woods, all wearing blaze orange vests, MORT NYBERG, 28, RAIF NYBERG, 35, and JP NYBERG, 40. MORT holding the leash on an Alsatian whose lanyard reads Police Canine. Nonetheless, these men are clearly not police.
The night I found the body, I had to ask, Lord, what rightly were you thinking when you burdened my days with 3 idiot brothers?
Exterior, Edison Lake, Shoreline, Michigan, day. Snowbound woodland, sound of the wind shushing the raw branches against one another, and a distant woodpecker. A hunting dog trots through the woods, sniffing and snorting at the snowdrifts. He stops abruptly by the gnarled roots of a fallen red oak, claws at the earth.
Like everyone who grew up out of town, we kept hunting dogs for hunting. One was this Beagle Cross, Rascal, brave in the deep brush, honest jaw, good hunting dog. Now my kid brother Mort, well, he felt something fierce for Rascal, like he felt it was them two against the entire world, for real.
Exterior, NYBERG family home, rural Michigan, evening. A dilapidated 2-story colonial-style house on the corner of a T-junction right on the road. A rusting fuel pump stands next to the porch. A bygone, paint-faded sign says, NYBERG General Supplies, established 1901. Rascal walks towards the NYBERG home.
Mort begged Daddy for Rascal to be allowed to sleep up in his bedroom. The answer, of course, was no. Some rules are not for breaking. Hunting dogs sleep outside.
Reveal, Rascal has a 3-foot timber rattler in his mouth.
Rascal used to bring home all manner of nature he killed in the deep woods. We'd catch that dead stink, then get to searching. Find a baby raccoon jammed in under the boot rack or a jackrabbit moldering in the coal chute. Our neighbor, Abe Guttermson, had a runt terrier, Sally. Ugh, yappy little bitch.
Interior, Mort's bedroom, day. Dutch NYBERG, 10, and Mort NYBERG, 8, look at the decapitated body of a small terrier on the floor.
Rascal dumped her headless torso under Mort's bed one fall.
Mort looks at Dutch, who even at age 10 has an air of cool authority. Dutch looks at her pale, distraught brother, then at Rascal, who whines guiltily. Exterior, woods by Edison Lake, night. Dutch, digging a grave by lamplight, checks no one is about, gently places the terrier into the hole, fills in the earth.
I buried her out in the woods so no harm would come to Rascal if the truth come out. Grow up poor, you grow up respecting bad luck. Best keep a secret than spin the wheel.
Interior, NYBERG family home, kitchen, evening. Rascal hops through the dog flap and walks past Mama NYBERG, 40, who's too busy gutting fish to notice him.
Dutch.
Living room. Dutch on a threadbare sofa clutching a raggedy doll, watching the log commercial from Ren and Stimpy.
Let's wait for a snack. It fits on your back. It's long, long, long. It's long, long. And you're gonna love it long.
Dutch!
Dutch hears her mother's shout, jumps at once off the couch. In the hallway, Rascal trots up the stairs just as Dutch emerges from the living room, heading for the kitchen. Dutch's eyes are on the cloth doll hung over her arm, so she doesn't see the rattlesnake in Rascal's mouth. On the upstairs landing, Rascal plays with the snake on the floor, shakes it about, spits it out, growls some, picks it up again.
Only this one time, Rascal brought home something that wasn't dead.
Despite Rascal's aggression, the rattler doesn't respond. Downstairs, in the kitchen, Dutch standing still, looking at her mother's back.
Dutch!
Mama NYBERG turns, sees Dutch standing silently behind her.
Light the range.
Dutch fills a large cast-iron range with kindling. On the upstairs landing, now bored with the game, Rascal leaves the rattler be, nudges open the door to Mort's bedroom, goes inside.
A timber rattler. 3-footer.
From inside the bedroom, we hear a child's loving voice. In the kitchen, Dutch lights the range, closes the cast-iron door. On the upstairs landing, close on the rattlesnake's dead black eye.
It was winter. Rascal didn't know this rattler was brumating. Kind of like hibernation, but for reptiles.
The rattler's tongue flickers. Then, after a moment, it flips its body over, slides into Mort's bedroom. In the kitchen, Mama NYBERG dumps the fish guts into a bucket, takes a long drag from the cigarette perched on her lip, looks at Dutch.
How old are you, child?
Dutch looks at the doll in her arms, knows where this is going, glances up at her mother.
10, Mama.
10.
Mama NYBERG grabs the doll with a blood-soaked hand, but Dutch doesn't let go.
Mama, no, please!
Mama NYBERG wrenches the doll from Dutch's hands.
When I want something, you give it to me. Right away.
But I need to look after her.
Oh, do you now?
Yes.
Well?
Mia can't move her legs at all. When she was a little girl, she had polio. It ain't her fault.
Mama NYBERG looks at the blood-stained doll in her hand, slaps Dutch across the face with it, opens the range and tosses the doll into the flames, slams the door closed.
Better this way then, huh?
Tears well in Dutch's eyes. She's about to speak when a horrific scream pierces the air. Mama NYBERG rushes for the stairs. Dutch watches her mother dash out of the kitchen, but her eyes turn at once to the closed stove door. More screaming from upstairs, Rascal barking. Dutch looks again towards the stairs, but her eyes are torn back to the range. Backyard. Dutch bursts out the back door, throws herself headlong into the snow. More screaming from the upstairs bedroom.
Mort was 8 years old. Skinny little thing.
Reveal. Dutch has pulled her doll from the range. She's using the snow to put the flames out. Mort screaming from inside the house. Rascal barking.
Boy, my boy, my beautiful boy!
Dutch looks up to Mort's bedroom, then at her blood-stained, smoking doll in the snow.
There! I see you! There you are!
Pistol shots from inside the house. Crack, crack, crack. Dutch jumps to her feet at the sounds of gunfire, stares at Mort's bedroom window.
Got you, devil! Got you good!
Rascal barking. Crack, Rascal whines. Crack. No more barking. Only Mort screaming. Dutch looks at the back door, then at her doll in the snow, then at the red raw burns on her hands.
Mort fell into a venom coma for 3 days. When he woke up, he weren't the same. Short version, my little brother Mort was from that day forward snake bite stupid.
Dutch picks up her doll, runs for the woods.
As for my 2 older brothers, JP and RAIF, I'll get to their particulars presently.
Exterior intersection, Sacramento, CCTV footage, day. Mothers with strollers exit the crosswalk. A jogger runs toward the intersection.
Her name was DHALIA RUGINA, a lawyer from London, England.
Dahlia looks to her right, crosses onto the intersection. Smash! Dahlia has been run over by a snow-white, driverless vehicle.
Turns out, English lawyer ladies are about the most expensive roadkill there is. Had it been an undocumented or a homeless, no biggie, no doubt.
Scientists times 10 jump out of the support vehicles.
THOR program wouldn't have come to 12, but she was a lawyer from London, England, who looked the wrong way on account of the British driving the wrong side of the road, and on such twists.
Exterior, Rural Road Number 1, Michigan, moving. Close on, the spinning gyro on the roof of a car, the unmistakable telltale sign of a driverless automobile. Reveal, a convoy of 8 support vehicles zipping along the road behind the snow-white, driverless automobile. The convoy passes a road sign. Welcome to 12th Michigan, population 322 plus you. Exterior, Rural Road Number 2, Michigan, moving. Super close on Dutch's charred childhood doll, now cable-tied to the grill of Dutch's tow truck. Inside the cab, Dutch sees the convoy thundering down the road towards her, then watches in her wing mirror as they speed away into the distance. Exterior, abandoned AMC car plant, day, moving. Dutch drives past the vast wasteland that is the shuttered AMC plant. A shabby poster hoarding introduces the 1988 AMC Eagle for the tough American. Inside the perimeter fence, Dutch sees an army of technicians moving between half a dozen snow-white shipping containers. The THOR Industries Phoenix logo on a massive flag over the site. Same logo all over the NASA-esque technical center. By the entrance gate to the shuttered plant, armed guards now stand watch, also walking the perimeter with guard dogs. Dutch drives past the twins, Agnes and Amy Butterworth, sitting on camping stools by the side of the road next to a steam-spewing Chevy station wagon. Dutch pulls over. Smash cut. Dutch working in the guts of the Butterworth's engine, oiled up to her elbows. Amy and Agnes drinking soup from a flask.
Ain't JP older than you?
Yeah.
But you got your daddy's truck when he passed, not JP.
Uh-huh.
How's that?
Fought him for it.
Dutch triggers the ignition from inside the engine. The motor catches. Black smoke coughs from the exhaust. Engine dies. At that exact moment, the convoy drives past again, right through the plume of dark, oily smoke. The entire convoy turns into the AMC factory. Dutch watches as a swarm of engineers approach the driverless auto as it comes to a halt in the center of the tech area. Everybody stands aside as Dr. Kurt THOR approaches the scene.
Saw on the news that black kid shot by the police in Flint at the weekend? Weren't a black kid. Turned out it was a white boy made up like he was black on his way to a frat party. So they're saying.
Police gonna have to take more care in the future, certainly.
Dutch stares pointedly at Amy.
What?
If you're asking what, Agnes Butterworth, you know what.
Dutch looks away from the sisters, tries the engine again. No catch this time, just the ignition turning.
What kind kind of fight was it? Between you and JP? Was it guns or knives or what?
Smash cut. Exterior NYBERG family home, night. By the front porch, Dutch and JP NYBERG, 40, in a brutal, bloody fight. The weapon of choice? Ice hockey sticks. JP is taller and broader than Dutch, and he easily smashes Dutch to the ground, her stick flying from her hands. JP lifts his hockey stick over his head. Freeze frame.
Idiot brother number 2, JP. JP didn't need no snake bite to get stupid. JP was idiot born.
Exterior police station, 12th day. Cell footage taken by JP and Conrad Felix, 25. Conrad sporting a ginger jowl beard and camo dungarees. They're recording the scene outside the police station on their cell phones as they prepare to enter the building. JP wearing an assistant manager's Taco Bell uniform. Behind them, a police vehicle marked K9 Unit. As they converse, a dog intermittently whines from inside the van.
JP NYBERG here, Chief Warden, the Michigan chapter of Fourth Amendment Citizens Audit Action Committee. Hello, brothers.
And beaches, ayy!
Conrad is white, but talks like a Latino gangbanger.
Hey, respect. Don't make me call your mama telltales and shit.
Shoot, that's it. She never even answers her cell phone when she's napping.
Can we just fucking do this?
Okay, dog, chill. Now we know our channel's been soft. We haven't even been posting regular, and that's on us. But we're up in this beach now. Fourth Amendment America. Woo!
JP and Conrad make their way inside the police station.
JP is a neighborhood activist with a hard-on for the Fourth Amendment, the part of the Constitution that demands probable cause for a police stop and search. Only that's hard to test when you're on your lunch break. So JP zeroes in on a right implied by the Fourth that can be tested on your lunch break for the edification of your 39 YouTube subscribers every other Friday.
JP and Conrad now at reception. JP rings the desk bell.
Excuse me, I'm an independent journalist. I'm here today to make an anonymous records request.
Sitting at a desk at the back of the office, Sheriff Taylor, 50, an old-school, seen-it-all county veteran.
Good afternoon, JP. Conrad.
Fourth Amendment violation right there. Anonymous records request denied by the Gestapo 50.
Your names won't be on the paperwork, boys. That's what makes it anonymous. Now, if y'all want to make an anonymous request, where you gentlemen are also unknown to the sheriff's department, you need to find one that don't have a sheriff up there whose daughter went to middle school with y'all.
No need to get antsy, officer. Day comes, you're on the wrong side of the law, you'll be thanking us for this work, I guarantee you.
What do you want this time?
General orders for the station and the vehicle numbers to which all deputies are assigned in the current shift cycle.
Sheriff Taylor shouts out to a back office.
Carol, what car are you in today?
Deputy Carol VAGLE, 25, pops her head through the door.
The 4x4.
General orders are on the bulletin board by the front door. You can read them on your way out.
I also need copies of all body cam footage from the past 48 hours, it being my human right to request.
Conrad, your mama doing okay?
Yeah, she's sleeping a lot. But wait, nah, SA, we're journalists here, demanding to be dealt with as anonymous, motherless citizens.
Can you tell her anonymously? I was asking after her.
Hey! You want to suck on a $100 million lawsuit for denial of our civil liberties? Go ahead. We are failing freedom. The civil rights of every U.S. citizen are now under attack from the same elites that...
Smashed black.
Motherfucker!
What?
Goddamn battery died.
Oh,
Fuck!
Damn, this is...
Exterior NYBERG family home, night. The freeze frame of JP with the hockey stick over his head.
Daddy didn't leave a will. JP was stuck on assistant manager at the drive-thru Taco Bell on I-75 going on 7 years. Daddy's truck was JP's ticket out of that bullshit. So, hockey sticks at sundown.
Resume real time. JP beats on Dutch hard with his hockey stick. Dutch rolls to the side, grabs her stick, gets back to her feet. JP immediately knocks Dutch back on her ass. Crunch. Dutch spits blood onto the ground. Out of the corner of her eye, she clocks the bottom step off the porch stoop.
Say mercy, sister.
Dutch crawls towards the porch. JP kicks Dutch in the ribs. She rolls over onto her back, gasping for air.
Say it. Ah!
Twisting her body through the pain, Dutch gets back to her knees, crawls again for the porch step. Clearly exhausted and beaten, Dutch collapses next to the edge of the stoop, looks up at her brother with contempt. JP points his hockey stick at Dutch's head.
Don't make me do what I don't want to do, but I swear to God I will.
Fuck you, dumbass motherfucker!
JP raises his hockey stick like a battle axe, charges Dutch. Dutch surreptitiously jams the blade of her stick against the porch step. Just as JP is about to smash her skull open, she suddenly raises the shaft of the stick right up. Too late to alter course. JP runs right into the rigid stick. Crunch! Deep, deep in his crotch. JP's face creases. He collapses to his knees, balls in hands. Dutch stands, grabs JP's hair, so lifting his chin higher. Dutch takes careful aim, then smack. Dutch punches JP right on the edge of his chin. JP falls unconscious. Mort NYBERG, 28, giggles inanely from the house stoop. Sitting next to Mort, a beautiful black Labrador.
Rascal broke Mort's heart twice. Once for his passing, second for how he blamed himself for it. My brother hadn't smiled, not once in 19 years. But then he found Chancer, the black lab. A stray, just like Mort. By giving Chancer a home, Mort found his way back to happiness. Maybe even peace.
RAIF NYBERG, 35, impossibly handsome, even in a grubby muscle shirt, tosses the keys of the truck to Dutch. She catches them first time, despite her hands being wet with blood.
RAIF. A boy too pretty to be smart. There is such a thing. Even out here. No need to work hard at all if you be RAIF. Just turn up.
Pre-lap, thrash metal, live cover of Ring of Fire. Interior, Rusty's Lounge, rural Michigan, night. The room is heaving, all eyes fixed on stage. The crowd is disproportionately made up of red-faced young women who've been moshing their very sweaty backs all night. Hard. RAIF at the mic in front of his band, the Ungrateful Dead, who are smashing a shred metal cover of Ring of Fire.
Done it!
The band stop abruptly. The crowd go berserk.
Let me remind you why we're here tonight. Listen now.
Constant woo and yeah hollers from the crowd. RAIF sees Deirdre Kane, 21, in the audience. He's in full Rasputin mode and knows it. Deirdre stares at RAIF. He feels the power of looking right into her soul.
The show is the animal. I am the animal. No one is the animal. You can never be the animal. You can only ever be the animal! So you see it now? How could you see? How could you not see? How could you ever know? It's the only thing you've ever known, that the animal can only be the fucking animal!
RAIF drops his arm. The band immediately hit the chorus. Smash cut. Rusty's Lounge restroom minutes later. Deirdre straddled around RAIF as he fucks her against the wall of a doorless stall. Customers come and go like this is the 1000th time they've seen this bullshit in Rusty's.
Oh, fuck me. Fuck me, RAIF. Come inside me.
Behind them, Connor Kane, 25, comes into the restroom.
Jesus, Raif, that's my wife.
Raif carries on, fucking Deirdre, glances around.
I know, man. Just need another minute.
A customer bumps Connor's shoulder as he walks out of the restroom. Connor just stands there, numb and confused.
Oh, fuck me right, Daddy. Come on.
Connor steels himself, heads back into the bar.
Some people don't know they got a glow about them, like God be shining a golden spotlight right down on them. Only Raif weren't one of those. He knew all about the glow.
Hit slow-mo, close on Raif's translucent blue eyes.
When a girl got with Raif, crazy as this sounds, he knew he made her feel like she was famous.
Resume real time.
I'm coming, Daddy. I'm coming. Oh, fuck. He's got me. I'm coming.
Connor bursts back into the restrooms, smashes a bar stool over Raif's head. Raif falls, cracks his head off the bowl. Raif is out cold, blood dripping from his ear.
Motherfucker!
Deirdre jumps to her feet, kicks and punches Connor.
If you can make me come, shit like this wouldn't happen.
Deirdre pulls down her miniskirt, storms out. Connor unzips, takes a piss on Raif's chest.
Raif is deaf in his left ear. Not from 10 years of playing his god-awful music in shithole bars, but for raw fucking chicken heads in Rusty's bathroom. In plain sight of their meth head menfolk, first Thursday of every month.
Exterior, NYBERG family home night. Raif smiling at Dutch, shaking his head with a mixture of shock and admiration.
Raif could have been somebody. He had that on all of us, no doubt.
God damn, girl. You something else. You really are a force.
Dutch looks from Raif to the front stoop, sees Mama NYBERG, 60. Mama NYBERG looks at Dutch with cool contempt.
Mama NYBERG, dog slayer, snake killer, burner of little dolls. It was she, if you're asking, who come up with the idea of how the issue of Daddy's truck was to be settled. What she wanted, really, was to watch me catch a Bertuzzi beating from the comfort of her front stoop. You're welcome, Mama.
Dutch removes from her pocket a raggedy-ass charred doll and 2 cable ties. She looks right at her mother, then attaches the doll to the front grille of the truck. Mama NYBERG tosses her cigarette into the road, turns and goes back into the house. Mort approaches Dutch, followed devotedly by the black lab.
I need to go into town tonight. Can I borrow your truck?
Dutch looks from Mort to the black lab. The lab whines. Interior, Dutch's truck, rural road, day, moving. Dutch driving. Amy and Agnes sharing the passenger seat.
Did he live?
What?
JP, did he live?
Amy Butterworth, you asking me if I killed my own brother?
I ain't seen him round.
You live out by the woods. Could bury whoever you like, whenever. Never be found. Not ever.
And there's Edison Lake, if you didn't have time to dig a hole. I mean, you got it all up your way.
Exterior, rural shack, day, moving. Dutch's tow truck pulls up outside Agnes and Amy's ramshackle cabin. Half a dozen cats wandering about the property.
How much we owe you?
You didn't call me out. No charge.
Agnes opens a small cloth purse, takes out what paper money she has, hands it to Dutch.
$8. Gas money.
Agnes, I ain't taking.
You can take the money, or take a lady's pride. What's it to be?
Dutch hesitates, takes the $8. Dutch pulls a 2000-era Nokia 3310 from her pocket, starts a text message.
Just seeing if Jeb can come out, take a look at your Chevy.
Just an estimate, I think, for now.
Nothing to think on. Man owes me a favor. I'm calling it in. End of.
Bless you, Dutch. Your mama must be right proud of you.
Dutch clearly doesn't have an answer to that remark, so she just nods at Amy as she makes to get out of the truck.
You'll be going again soon, Back into the Army?
No, I'm done with that.
You come back to look after your daddy at the end, I heard.
I did.
Interior NYBERG family home, bedroom, night. Flashback. Dick NYBERG, 65, in his dying bed. Drip in his arm. Dutch sitting next to her father, reading from a dog-eared copy of Charles Portis's True Grit. Dick's eyes brighten as he listens. He smiles and shakes his head. Dutch smiles back at him, continues reading.
He's gone. Must be 6 months? Why are you still abiding, child?
Back in the truck, Dutch flips down the sun visor, hands Agnes a postcard for Chesterman Beach on Vancouver Island, showing a sunset trail ride of around 10 horses and riders.
Friday come, that's me.
Trail riding vacation?
Taking a stake in a ranch. Been saving up a long time.
Dutch smiles as she fingers the edges of the postcard.
Well, there's something I ain't seen in a long while. A smile on your face. Good luck, Dutch.
As Agnes gets out of the truck, Dutch reaches back to the control panel over her shoulder. She pulls a red lever, releasing the 15-pound hook on the tow arm, thus gently lowering the station wagon. Dutch watches Agnes and Amy as they approach their cabin, the cats running out to greet them.
America is a promise, no doubt. Only a promise less often kept. Who is in the market for a savior? Poor, old, white women? You're goddamn right.
Exterior trailer park evening. Dutch parks up next to her trailer, takes a large bag of groceries from the passenger seat, steps out. Dutch puts the grocery bag on a camping table next to a large bowl, a weighing scales, and a stack of Tupperware. She makes to open the door when she sees a peculiar sight. Dr. Kurt THOR cycling a white bicycle through the trailer park with a second bicycle controlled by his left hand. One man, 2 snow-white bicycles. A very neat trick. Dr. THOR stops outside a distant trailer, knocks on the door. Dutch walks into her trailer, comes back out with a beer. From the grocery bag, Dutch removes a 7-pound sack of peanuts, 5 boxes of Honey Smacks, and 8 cans of hog fat. From her vantage point, she can now see a boy, 11, taking the second bicycle from Dr. THOR. Dutch can't hear what Mom 30 says, but there's no need. The boy jumps on the bike and cycles past Dutch.
Yeah.
Dutch puts on a pair of disposable gloves, starts mixing the peanuts, Honey Smacks, and hog fat in the large bowl. Dutch observes as Mom shakes Dr. THOR's hand. Dr. THOR gets on his bike and cycles off. When he sees Dutch, he pulls up.
Hello there.
Evening.
The boy cycles past, makes to high-five Dr. THOR. Dr. THOR high-fives the boy as he cycles away.
Boom, Mr. Thor, all right.
As the boy cycles off, Dr. THOR looks at Dutch.
Outreach. His father's a security guard up at the old AMC plant.
Uh-huh.
Mind if I join you?
Cold one inside.
Dr. THOR leans his bike against Dutch's truck, goes inside Dutch's trailer. Dr. THOR absorbs Dutch's Spartan existence. Laundry folded in small, neat piles, her .308 Winchester on a wall rack, cans of Tannerite targets, a framed picture of Dutch in uniform riding a horse from her days in the Army's caisson platoon, a beautifully maintained saddle on a custom wall stand. 2 dog-eared books behind the photo, Charles Portis's True Grit, and a translation of de Maupassant's Boule de Suif. Thor picks up Boule de Suif, looks back to the trailer door, clearly unsure how Dutch and de Maupassant go together. Outside the trailer, Dr. THOR comes down the steps, beer in hand.
Opener there?
Twist top.
Kurt opens the bottle with his hand, sits opposite Dutch, who continues to mix the bowl in silence.
Michelin star cuisine, no doubt.
Michigan Farm Bureau pay $4 a pound. Badger cake.
Costs you...
21 cents a pound.
Well, that's a good return. Not exactly scalable.
They test wild badgers for TB, year-round. Humane traps, scale, don't come into it. Guaranteed is what matters around here.
You were in the service. Didn't have to come back here after you got out.
No?
Why then?
Same reason as you. It ain't Sacramento.
Dr. Thor and Dutch look fearlessly at one another.
You left the town hall early the other night, without saying a word. First one out.
I know a song half sung.
Dutch places the badger cake in the Tupperware, weighs the contents. When measuring just over 1 pound, she closes the lids.
You're a NYBERG. Your family has been in these parts for over 100 years. You're old, 12th. Word carries weight.
I'm sorry. Does that mean I get a bicycle or not?
That's funny, but you don't get a bicycle.
How's that?
You're in Dr. Sandberg's town resident file is unreachable.
Am I now?
However, I believe you also have the singular quality that will save you in the world that's coming.
Being?
An absolute lack of self-pity.
Careful, Doctor. What plays for flattery in one parish don't always flatter in another.
This town can thrive, Dutch. It has a unique opportunity here. Won't get another, and I know you know that.
What do you want from me, Dr. Thor?
I want you to use your voice.
Do you now?
I need to get back into towns and cities. To do that, I first need to succeed here in 12. I need the people of this town to tell the DOT that what we did there wasn't just safe, but necessary.
4.5 million Americans drive for a living, Dr. Thor. Cabs, Teamsters, bus drivers, and the rest. How necessary is it to steal their jobs away anyway? Do tell.
You root for Wall Street types, Dutch? Bankers and the like.
Heart bleeds for them.
In 2020, for the first time in the history of Wall Street, the volume of passive equity assets managed by computer algorithms was greater than those managed by human traders across a 4.3 trillion spread. Gordon Gekko is dead, Dutch. Only the SEC didn't get him. It was a crew of 19-year-old freelance coders from Nairobi, making $2.38 an hour. Wall Street or Walmart checkout, there's no difference. If you can be replaced by a machine this century, you will. It's not personal, just a matter of time.
A race between tech billionaires for the wages of America. And I bet you sleep like a fucking baby.
Dutch tosses the mixing gloves, lights a cigarette. This is the first time Dr. Thor has seen Dutch's hands, the raw burn scars across her fingers and palms. Dr. Thor stares at her wounds. Dutch sees him seeing.
Workplace accident?
No.
In the service, then?
Nope.
Sorry, didn't mean to pry.
It ain't that, Doctor. See, it weren't no accident.
Dr. Thor takes a moment to let this sink in.
Help me to help your people help themselves. A Thor factory in 12, it could totally happen. I ain't lying about that, Dutch.
Lie to me or don't makes no difference. No defeat without surprise. Nothing is certain. I'll not speak for you or spy for you, because that's really what you want. Ask me to be your Benedict Arnold ever again, and we'll see what happens, Doctor.
Dr. Thor stands, gets on his bicycle.
104 people die on America's roads every day. When autonomous autos pro rata hit 103 deaths a day, overnight insurance firms will price human-driven vehicles out of the market. This is certain. As to necessary, how many jobs are worth a single human life, Dutch? My vehicles are going to save lives over time. Thousands of them.
Only a man who believed in the safety of his driverless autos would personally give bicycles to kids to ride the self-same roads. Nice story for the DOT. You tell the boy's mother that's the real reason he has a new mountain bike?
Dutch, help me to win here. I guarantee you'll never have to drive that Iron Age tank ever again.
Oh my God, did you hear that?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
You're really upset at this guy.
Apparently so. Jesus, okay.
Dutch looks at her father's tow truck, her doll in the grill. She puts her gloves back on, starts mixing the cake again.
You're offering me what you would want if our roles were flipped.
What's that?
Money. What you should be offering is what I want.
Being?
Respect, motherfucker.
Thanks for the beer.
Dutch pointedly says nothing. Dr. Thor cycles away. As he goes, he's caught up to by the boy with the new bicycle. They cycle together into the distance. Exterior, Ford Avenue, night. A man rides a white bicycle down the trafficless, lamplit road. Alongside him, a second bicycle in parallel motion. 2 quick pistol shots from the woods. Only one bicycle emerges from the darkness, hits the curb, flips over into the gravel, front wheel spinning. Dutch's headlights find the man lying in the road.
Grow up poor, you grow up respecting bad luck. But it's more than that.
Dutch stops, turns off the engine, steps out of the cab, 33 in hand. She sweeps her flashlight along the road.
You grow a sense for it. You know it's here without any telling.
She spies an abandoned cabin, all quiet there.
When I saw the body in the road, I knew my brothers had a hand in this. No fucking doubt. None.
Dutch clocks the second bicycle further along the road.
Dr. Thor? Mr. Thor, is that you?
Dutch walks forward, kneels down, presses 2 fingers against the man's neck, holds for a moment, takes her hand back.
It's like you know your own body, when something is just wrong.
Dog barks aggressively, close to the edge of the road. Dutch swings her flashlight pistol towards the barking.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Standing in the woods, RAIF, JP, and MORT.
Who is in the market for a savior?
MORT holding the leash for a police dog whose high-vi tabard reads Police Canine.
Idiots. Idiots are in the market for a savior. Except they don't know that. They're idiots.
Dutch sees a smoking revolver in JP's hand.
Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ.
End Act 1.
Can we go back to page 1 and read the first half of page 1 again? I was going to do that. But I mean, we're in the right pace. Everyone's here in the room. It's all.
Recap Part 1. In northern Michigan, Dutch NYBERG was set to quit the Rust Belt town of 12th forever. Her father had recently passed, and the offer of a job at Kurt Thor's new autonomous car factory was never going to be enough. Her heart was set on the road. However, on the eve of her departure, she happened upon a bloody murder scene. Kurt Thor's right-hand man had been shot in the back. The perpetrators? Her 3 idiot brothers, JP, RAIF, and MORT. Fade in. Interior, abandoned cabin, night. Dutch kicks in the door, pushes the 2 white bicycles inside. RAIF and JP carry the body into the hall. MORT comes in after them with the police dog. RAIF and JP dump the man's body on the ground. Dutch slams the door closed, moonlight shafting in through several large holes in the roof. Dutch pacing, breathing hard. The brothers standing still, glancing helplessly at one another.
I have questions. I have questions.
Look, there's no need to panic here. Panic is the last thing.
This ain't panic, Rafe. It's despair. Not the same thing. I have questions.
I didn't mean to kill him.
Strange as it may seem, that ain't one of them.
It was an accident. I just wanted to scare him. Have him fall on his... It was the recoil, I swear. Didn't even mean for there to be a second shot. I didn't, I swear it. But that won't matter to them, 'cause people like us ain't allowed to make mistakes. Not around the likes of Dr. Thor, mistakes of any kind.
Dutch kicks the body. It rolls into the moonlight.
It ain't Dr. Thor.
The dead man is Dr. Sandberg.
If it was, I wouldn't be here trying to figure shit. Maybe something can be done.
No, that's Dr. Thor, for real.
It's Dr. Sandberg, the dude profiling everyone in town.
Motherfucker! Didn't I tell you all our civil rights was being...
Oh, you are no goddamn hero in this, JP. You are not that. Why do you have a police dog?
Didn't you hear?
That you stole a fucking police dog? No, I did not hear that.
No, about Chancer.
Dutch looks at MORT, at the tears welling in his eyes. A look of horrible realization crosses Dutch's face. Exterior, field bordering woodland, day. In the center of the field, the cab of a 1988 AMC Eagle has been chopped, then mounted on 5-foot-high stilts. Completing the deer stand, a ladder leads up to the driver's door. Inside the deer stand, Mort and Chancer. A doe walks out of the woods. Mort carefully aims his .308 Winchester through the wooden panel where the windshield used to be. The doe shudders, drops down on her front knees, gets back to her feet, limps back into the woods. Mort looks at Chancer. Chancer jumps across Mort, then leaps clean out of the deer stand, runs across the field, disappearing into the woods. Mort shoulders his Winchester, climbs down the ladder. Exterior South Lindbergh, road through the woods, day, aerial. The driverless auto blasts down the wide, straight road, followed by the convoy vehicles ×8. Intercut several times with Chancer tearing headlong through the woods, the driverless auto accelerating down South Lindbergh. Chancer within sight of the doe, who's now crossing the road. Exterior woods, close on South Lindbergh, day. Mort jogging through the forest, eyes firm on the trail. A sharp howl in the near distance. Mort stops dead in his tracks.
Chancer? 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 Chancer?
Mort sprints in the direction of the howl, tosses his Winchester so he can run faster. Mort bursts out of the woods, sees Chancer lying dead in the right lane. In the same lane, off to the south, he can see the driverless auto convoy speeding away. To the north, a beat-up pickup truck driving in the opposite direction. Mort falls on his knees next to Chancer, picks up his body, holds it like it were a child, weeps like a baby. Back in the cabin, a single tear rolls down Mort's face.
Cops didn't do nothing. Didn't want to do nothing. Trouble the great Dr. Thor with the run-over dog in the woods. I'll tell you what's nothing in this. We're nothing. Nothing.
Mort has a true and special bond with animals, and the police dog whines to see Mort so upset.
It's why, when we saw him, I thought, get a little something back off the bastard. He was only supposed to fall over from fright of it, I swear.
I get that part, but I'm sorry, you decided to replace Chancer with the stolen fucking police dog?
No, we ain't fucking stupid, sis. Replace nothing. Until they get us justice for Chancer, we got their dog. We reckon that's more than fair.
You reckon that's more than fair? Please tell me they don't know yet you have their canine.
Their what?
Their dog! Their fucking dog, you fucking brain bleed imbecile!
No, we just got her not half an hour ago. We ain't sent the pictures yet, right?
What?
The pictures, you didn't send them?
No.
Nobody saw you take her?
We ain't giving her back.
Nobody saw you take her. You're certain of that?
We had the combination for the lock on the kennel, so we were super fast, like in, out, done.
How in the fuck did you have... You've got to be kidding me.
Interior, 12th Police Station, day, flashback. Sheriff Taylor slides a USB across the counter to JP and Conrad. JP picks it up, smiles sardonically, pockets it. Exterior, dog kennels, day, POV body cam footage. Deputy VAGLE walking towards the kennels. Luna barks excitedly as VAGLE approaches.
Hey, Luna. Breakfast time.
Deputy VAGLE takes the large combination lock in her hand, spins the wheels. 7, 9, 4, 3.
Fourth fucking Amendment.
Picture freezes as the pause symbol appears on screen. Back in the cabin, JP falls onto his knees, wails like a lovesick teenager.
I didn't mean to! Jesus, Lord, please. You have to believe me. I didn't mean to. I can't go to jail. I cannot go to jail. I really can't.
I ain't giving Luna up.
I can't.
And y'all wore blaze orange to go rob a police dog?
If anybody come across us on the way up there, we say we're hunting. Smart, huh?
I ain't giving her up.
I can't go to
But
jail.
you have the dog, and you still have the high-vis shit on.
Oh.
So I ask again, are you certain absolutely nobody saw
Fuck it, sis. Don't we have bigger problems right here, right now?
Jesus, Raif, don't you get it? If y'all were seen with Luna on the night Sandberg disappeared, Sheriff Taylor goes from no likely suspects at all to grilling your asses over every minute fucking detail of your whereabouts.
I cannot go to jail.
I ain't giving Luna.
Oh, both of you shut the fuck up! I have a clear choice to make. Friday coming, I'm out of here, gone. So my choice is that door and the I-75 tonight, or getting mixed up in an idiot murder with a bunch of goddamn Muppets in hopes one of you jackass clowns don't fuck up your slim to none hopes of getting out from under this uncommon mess.
I ain't giving up Luna.
You know what? Fuck it. Nope. This time y'all are on your own.
Dutch makes for the exit.
Daddy, he would have wanted you to help us. Real family sticks like shit. You know he said that.
Dutch's hand freezes on the door handle.
Are you Dick Nyberg's daughter or not? He'd spin in his grave if you turn your back on us here like this. You know he would.
Dutch hesitates, then pushes the door fully open.
Fuck Daddy, that it? And what he stood for? Fuck what he would have done here for his boys? To make damn sure they don't swing over one stupid, horrible mistake. Are you Dick Nyberg's daughter or not? If not, who the fuck are you?
A beat. Dutch grimaces.
You will do as I say, without question, no hesitation. Yes?
Yes, 100%.
Everybody looks at Mort.
Mort?
That depends.
Mort, quit.
Mort seethes silently, then nods affirmatively. Dutch looks at her watch.
All right, it's 20 after midnight. First, we need to make sure that...
Distinct sounds of brakes squeaking out on the road. Dutch pulls the door closed. Everybody freezes. A vehicle's engine is turned off. A beat. Suddenly, a spotlight beam bursts through the window. Everybody drops to their knees. RAIF steals a glance out the window. Deputy Vagle's 4x4 is parked up next to Dutch's truck.
5-0.
Vagle is using the cab spotlight to survey the scene.
What the fuck do we do now? What the fuck do we do?
Shut up, JP.
RAIF's confidence surges. He stands deliberately.
I got this.
Wait.
RAIF places his hand on the door. Dutch grabs his arm.
Wait, do not go out there. Wait.
RAIF pulls his arm from Dutch, goes boldly out the door.
Hey, Carol.
Deputy Vagle sees RAIF. She smiles like the sun coming out.
Hey, Raif. What you doing in there?
Well, I was up in the woods.
Deputy Vagle sees the dead deer in the back of the tow truck.
Got caught short? I swear, Deputy, you ever take one of those dumps that feels like you're saying goodbye to an old friend?
Best I don't go in there, huh?
This angle hadn't actually occurred to RAIF.
No, absolutely not. That's a great idea. Don't do that. I mean, I wouldn't. Woo-wee, no, ma'am.
Ain't that Dutch's work truck?
It sure is. But that's Dutch. Can never do enough for her family.
Inside the cabin, hearing Deputy Vagle's voice, Luna whines and strains the lead towards the door.
Shut that fucking dog up.
It's okay, I got her.
One way or the other.
Mort doesn't like the implication here, and there's real menace in his eyes and voice for the first time.
You lay your finger on Luna, and it'll be the other way for you, brother.
Quit, both of you.
Dutch looks out the window, sees RAIF flirting with Vagle.
That boy has a gift, no doubt. Now, we gotta get going.
Luna barks. Outside the cabin, Vagle hears the bark, raises her torch at the open door.
You hear that?
Hear what?
Why am I even asking? You're deaf in one ear.
Shit, sorry, Carol, can you say that again? I'm deaf in my left ear.
Inside the cabin, Mort sings Duérmete Niño softly to Luna.
Niña, duérmete ya, que viene el coco y te llevará.
Luna is transfixed by Mort as he sings. Outside the cabin, Vagle moves towards the open cabin door.
You see a dog in there, Raif?
RAIF slips a snuff necklace from beneath his shirt. At the end of the chain is a small metal vial.
Girl, you're tripping. Only I got the antidote right here.
Deputy Vagle looks at RAIF, sees him tap a white powder onto the crooked shaft of his wrist.
Raif NYBERG! Raif! What in the...
RAIF snorts the coke off his wrist.
Oh, god damn!
What the fuck, Raif? What in the hell you suppose I have to do here now?
RAIF offers Deputy VAGLE his wrists in the "you can cuff me now" gesture, smiles broadly.
Take me into custody. Wanna take me in, Deputy?
RAIF nods to the 4x4. Deputy VAGLE visibly blushes. Inside the cabin, Mort still singing Duérmete Niño to Luna. Dutch sees Deputy VAGLE look around to make sure nobody's watching, then lead RAIF into the 4x4. In the light of the cab, Dutch sees VAGLE snort a fat line of coke off the dashboard, then unbuckle RAIF's pants. RAIF turns off the cab light.
You can quit singing.
Mort stops singing. Dutch looks from Luna to Dr. Sandberg's body to JP, who is now hunched down, shivering, then out to the 4x4, which is now creaking on its axle. Dutch leans back against the wall, sees a second door in the room, walks over to it, puts her hand on the latch. Dutch opens the door, sees what is clearly the butthole of a homeless person. Exterior 12th Main Street, night. Flashback. Dutch wraps the outside of her door, tosses a pack of cigarettes to out-of-town Brown. He catches the cigs. Back in the cabin, Dutch closes the door, sees that Mort is looking at her.
What's in there?
Nothing.
Dutch hears the engine of the 4x4, rushes to the window. Sees RAIF saluting to Deputy VAGLE as he walks to Dutch's truck, buckling his pants as he goes. Deputy VAGLE drives off. When her lights are gone, RAIF gets immediately out of Dutch's truck, rushes back into the cabin.
Okay then, what's the plan?
The brothers look at Dutch. Dutch looks at Luna, then the body, then the bikes, then the door into out-of-town Brown's shelter, then at her brothers.
Lose the blaze orange. Luna's too.
The boys take off their vests. Mort removes Luna's lanyard.
JP, your pistol. And yourself.
JP hands Dutch the murder weapon and his iPhone.
Pin.
Hold on now, that's my private...
Pin!
1787.
Dutch unlocks JP's phone. As she talks, she scrolls through JP's pictures, deletes all the images and videos of Luna.
Go to Mama's. I'll meet you there in a couple hours. We overnight there, together. Tonight, we're each other's alibi.
I ain't giving Luna up.
As Dutch scrolls through JP's media, she notices a folder labeled Fourth Amendment Audits, Keep. Dutch sees that the files are geotagged for the 12th Sheriff's Office. A thought occurs to Dutch, and she looks as if she's going to issue another order to her brothers, but she hesitates.
I said I ain't giving.
JP is looking at minimum 15 years here, Mort. Manslaughter. Accessory after the fact, that's you, RAIF, and me. 5 years each. Who's gonna look after Luna if you're in jail?
Mama can.
Mama. Okay, you can take Luna with you for tonight. Good enough?
Mort nods affirmatively.
Okay, now get, all of you. Here.
Dutch makes out to JP that she's placing his iPhone into his pocket, but she makes a switch. Instead, she places her Nokia 3310 into his jacket pocket, which she powers off as she does so.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to wrap Dr. Sandberg's body in chicken wire, weigh it down, dump it in the lake.
Chicken wire?
Old Medellin trick. When the body bloats up, the chicken wire slices the flesh into little pieces. That way, the corpse never floats up onto the surface. Fish do the rest.
Mort smiles darkly at this notion.
What about the blood out on the road? I mean, they're gonna be looking for him come morning.
I got that.
RAIF leans in with his right ear.
What? I didn't catch that.
I said I got it.
There'll be blood in here too.
Stick to the woods, no roads. Go.
RAIF opens the door, scopes outside. All is quiet.
All right, come on.
Mort makes his way outside with Luna. JP now in a daze.
Come on.
JP looks up, makes his way slowly out the door. As RAIF goes after his brother, he looks back at Dutch. It appears as if he's going to say something, maybe thank you, but no words come out. Then he's gone. Dutch watches her brothers disappear into the woods. She looks at her watch. It's 12:38. She looks at the two bicycles, one of them blood-stained. series of super-fast hard cuts as Dutch grabs an angle grinder from the back of her truck, uses the angle grinder to chop up the bikes. She finds what she's looking for, blinking tracking devices hidden inside the frames of the bikes.
GPS trackers to tell THOR's auto where them bikes were 24/7. Can't run over a kid if you see him coming from miles away. Sly motherfucker.
She searches Dr. Sandberg, grabs his cell, sees his watch. Dutch looks at the watch, her head clearly whirring.
That'll work.
Dutch places the GPS transmitters, Dr. Sandberg's cell and watch, inside a red metal toolbox, slams it shut, locks it. She snatches a tarpaulin from out of Town Brown's room, takes the shot deer from the back of her truck, rolls Dr. Sandberg's body inside the tarpaulin, places his body in the back of her truck, places the chopped bicycles over the body, places a second tarpaulin over the bikes, places the shot deer over the bloodstain on the road, making it look like roadkill. She grabs 2 Tupperware boxes of badger cake from the back of the truck, then smears the cake all over the shot deer, soaks the hunting lanyards in gasoline, lights them, sets the cabin on fire, jumps in her truck, starts the engine. Then she sees him, in her rearview mirror, staring right at her from the side of the road, out of Town Brown. Dutch turns off the engine, steps out of the truck slowly. But Out of Town Brown is gone, nowhere to be seen. Dutch gets back in her truck, speeds away from the inferno. Exterior, Edison Lake, night. Super wide of a small rowing boat at the center of the lake, sound of a heavy splashdown. On the rowboat, Dutch takes out JP's iPhone, unlocks it, scrolls through his contacts, finds Conrad Felix, hits the call button. Interior, Conrad Felix's house, living room, night. Conrad in a gaming chair, playing GTA 5 on a huge screen. Conrad is wearing a head mic, headphones combo.
I don't care if you're on your period, boy. Land the fucking plane now before I smoke your ass. Pah!
Behind Conrad, his cell buzzes on the sofa. Caller ID is JP.
Don't you know, cuz? I'm the motherfucking short patrol.
The call from JP's cell goes to voicemail. Back on Edison Lake.
Yo, this is C-Dog Co-Warden, Citizens 4th Audit, Michigan Chapter. Fuck the police, speak the truth, biatch!
Dutch hears the beep, but instead of hanging up, she places the phone by her feet, rows for the shore. Dutch keeps an eye on JP's cell as she rows across the lake. When the duration of the cell reaches 3 minutes, she hangs up, makes for a wooded isthmus stretching out into the lake. In the woods by the lake, a scene reminiscent of Dutch burying Abe Guttermson's terrier when she was 10 years old. Dutch is once again digging dirt by lamplight in the woods. She places her red metal toolbox in the ground, covers it with earth, places leaves on top. Dutch climbs a tree above the hole, nails something into a branch, climbs down, picks up the lamp, exits the woods. Interior NYBERG family home, kitchen, night. Sound of the front door opening. RAIF and JP stand anxiously. Luna snaps out of sleep, looks at the kitchen door. Sound of footsteps coming down the hall. Dutch enters the kitchen. Luna jumps up, greets Dutch warmly.
Hey, Luna.
RAIF pours Dutch a neat vodka, hands it to her. Dutch sits. Silence. Dutch lights a cigarette, downs the vodka in one.
Just to let y'all know, dude had a Rolex worth a couple thou, easy. I buried it in the woods. When this all blows over, if you want, you can take it to Sault Ste. Marie, sell it over the border.
Well, if we're crossing into Canada for, safety and shit, why don't we sell it now?
No, not now, not yet.
How long then?
When I say.
You ain't the boss of me. We all three in this the same.
A beat as Dutch lets this land.
Don't you mean all 4, JP?
You know what I meant. We 3 were there. Then you along. That's what I meant.
Nobody's selling shit till I say so. And that's final.
A tense silence fills the room. The siblings look at each other, no idea what to say or do next. Mort sings Duérmete Niño to Luna. RAIF looks from Mort to Luna, then at Dutch.
Reckon it's all that immigration shit. Must be.
What?
Luna, understanding Spanish.
Dutch has no words. JP bursts into tears. Dutch puts her arm around JP. With her other hand, she slips his cell back into his jacket pocket, which is hung on the back of his chair, takes her cell back. Happy no one has seen this, she continues to pat JP's back.
It's okay, JP. We got this. And I'm sorry for what happened.
Why is the boy gurning?
Mama NYBERG has appeared at the kitchen door in her nightclothes, insulin shot bag in hand. JP makes a concerted effort to steady himself. Luna looks at Mama NYBERG, growls a little. Mama NYBERG stares at Luna, who immediately steps in behind Mort.
Well?
Woman trouble.
Mama NYBERG walks behind Dutch to the iron stove, opens the insulin shot bag. Seeing this, Mort stands, makes his way towards his mother. Mama NYBERG sees him coming.
No! Dutch.
Dutch looks up to see Mama NYBERG handing her the syringe. Dutch stands, takes the syringe, draws from an insulin vial, taps the syringe, looks her mother straight in the eye. Mama NYBERG lifts her shirt, exposing her belly. Dutch pinches her mother's skin, jabs her, pushes home the plunger, extracts the needle, tosses it on the insulin bag, sits down.
4 a.m. Your sister ain't set foot in this house in 6 months, then here she be at 4 a.m. Well?
Like I said, Mama, JP's girlfriend, well, she only went down on him. She wouldn't fuck him. And just...
Yeah, well, only girlfriend that boy's had in 15 years is pumping of his own fist. So why is the boy gurning?
JP kicks his chair away, rushes out of the room. Mama NYBERG watches him go, looks again at Luna.
That ain't Chancer. Something's sorely wrong here. She said as I walked in, sorry for what happened. What did she do that she's sorry for, huh? What made a son of mine cry like a bitch? What did she do? Tell me!
Look, Mama, there's...
Ah! Both of you!
RAIF and Mort look at each other, stand, exit with Luna. Mama NYBERG sits opposite Dutch, lights a cigarette.
You're embarrassed by your family, always have been. Too good for all this. For us. That's what puts you in the army, don't deny it. Both know it's true. I thought you'd never come back. That we'd seen the last of Dutch NYBERG. But well, your daddy's dead. You got no want to be here in this house no more. Yet here you be, sat deep in council with your brothers. What did you drag them into, Dutch?
I ain't ashamed of my family or where I'm from. But let me be sincere, Mama. If wanting to see the world beyond 12th, if wanting that is a sin, that ain't my church, even if it's yours. I'm tired of being the mistake.
What did you do? What?
A favor for your boys. Truth.
Don't lie to me. I've always known when you lied to me, always. Even when you thought you were oh so smart. They never fooled me. Your brothers, dumb as they are, stick together. They're covering for you, I can feel it. So what did you do, Dutch? Just tell Mama.
Dutch goes to a cabinet next to the stove, opens it, pockets a packet of milk bones.
What you really want? Let me give you that instead. I'm leaving now.
Dutch makes for the door.
A loving mother, casting her own daughter from her home? What kind of person you think I am?
Dutch stops, looks back at her mother.
Friday coming, I'm gone for good. Let's not part in anger this time.
Whatever you got my boys into tonight, I'll see to it they do not go down for you. Not now, not never. Just so you know.
You've had a hard life. Take my advice. Don't make it harder.
Think I'm afraid of you, huh?
Mama, you can protect your boys on this or come for me. You can't do both. Not on this. Not this. Trust me.
What have you done? Tell me!
You know what? You've been asking me that question all my life. I've got one for you, Mama. What I ever done to you?
You don't have a child of your own. That the father loved more than you, a child the father loved more than the wife had done give him that baby child? It ain't right. I wish that for you. I do. In my lifetime. So I can see you feel it.
Dutch thinks about this.
If you thought I'd win him back, you'd have thrown me into the range. So, just the doll.
Just the doll.
Dutch nods, exits the kitchen.
You ain't better than us, Dutch. Nobody's better than your family. Nobody.
End Act 2, Part 1. Out on the front stoop, Dutch comes out of the house, passing RAIF, Mort, and Luna, who were sitting on the bench Mama NYBERG sat on while watching the brutal hockey stick fight between JP and Dutch. Dutch heads for her truck. Upstairs in JP's bedroom, JP watches out the window as RAIF goes after Dutch. Mama NYBERG comes into the bedroom, looks at JP. Out in the front yard, RAIF catches up to Dutch.
Hey, you said we need to stay together tonight. Come on now. We're all of us in this together, right?
Dutch looks up to the bedroom window, sees JP and Mama NYBERG looking down at her.
Mort, bring Luna here now.
Mort looks darkly at Dutch.
You said I could have her for tonight. You promised.
Mort, bring her now, or I'm coming up to take her. Don't make me.
Mort remains fast in his seat. Dutch walks aggressively back to the stoop, but she catches herself when she sees the tears in Mort's eyes.
You promised. Promised.
I promise you, she'll be okay. You knew this had to happen. It's just sooner is all.
And what about Chancer, huh? They'll do nothing about Chancer now.
Mort, look at me. Look at me, Mort. I'm gonna see to that. You have my word.
If you take Luna tonight, your word don't mean nothing to me.
And if my protecting you means you thinking less of me, so be it.
Dutch takes the lead from Mort, then makes her way back to her truck with Luna, gets in.
What about your alibi?
Dutch starts the engine.
I got Luna. She'll vouch for me. In English and Spanish.
Dutch drives away. Exterior bridge over Edison Creek, dawn, moving. Dutch looks out over Edison Lake as dawn breaks. She sees a beautiful white mare running across a field by the lake. She's taken by the beauty of the scene for a moment. Then her gaze falls back on the road, grim determination in her eyes. Exterior police kennels, dawn, moving. Dutch rolls past the kennels, closely observing the scene. Seeing nobody's about, she pulls up, puts Luna's canine lanyard back on, feeds her a milk bone, gets out of the truck. Dutch walks Luna into the still open kennel.
Good girl, Luna.
Dutch takes off her lead, gives Luna one last milk bone, steps out of the kennel, locks the gate.
Hey, Dutch.
Dutch freezes, turns slowly to see Deputy VAGLE coming across the field towards her. Dutch pockets the lead.
What you doing there?
Dutch holds up the packet of milk bones.
You got me, Deputy.
What's that now?
Animals ain't allowed on the trailer park, so sometimes when I'm passing, Can't help myself.
You shouldn't do that.
She don't mind.
No matter.
Dutch looks over Deputy Vagle's shoulder, sees the 4x4.
You sleep in the 4x4? Didn't hear you roll up is all.
Interfering with a police dog will get you a year in county. Just so we understand each other.
Dutch sniffs rather theatrically.
We do, now.
Dutch walks back to her truck. Vagle looks at her with a mix of suspicion and trepidation. Luna barks to see Dutch go. Interior, NYBERG family home, bedroom, night. Dick NYBERG, 65, in his dying bed, drip in his arm. Dutch sitting next to her father, reading him True Grit.
I know what they said, even if they would not say it to my face. People love to talk. They love to slander you if you have any substance.
Dick's eyes open. He looks at Dutch. Dutch glances up from the book, meeting her father's gaze. Dick says something inaudible. Dutch stands, leans in.
What is it, Papa?
Everybody has to waste their life on something. Only not on this. Not you. Please, Dutch, go on now. Go. Go.
Shh, Papa.
Dutch takes her father's hand.
Shh, Papa. Settle now.
Friday's coming. Friday's gone.
Exhausted, Papa NYBERG leans back, immediately dozes off. Dutch hears the squeak of a floorboard, goes to the door. Dutch looks down the landing, sees Mama NYBERG standing at the top of the stairs, staring right at her. Dutch looks back to her father, who's now mumbling in his sleep, then back at her mother, but she's no longer there. Instead, sitting quietly, looking right at Dutch, is Mort's favorite long-dead dog, Rascal. Rascal barks at Dutch. Dutch hears a rattling behind her. Rascal whines, runs immediately down the stairs. Dutch sees a knot of rattlesnakes slithering out of her copy of True Grit, falling onto the floor around her father. Dutch rushes back into the bedroom, rattlesnakes now swarming across the floorboards. Dutch tries to lift her sleeping father out of bed, but he's too heavy to shift.
Come on, Daddy. Come on. Help me. Help me raise you up. Come on.
A rattlesnake bites Dutch's scarred hand. Now in Dutch's bedroom, Dutch's eyes pop open out of sleep. She violently kicks the duvet from off her bed, as if expecting rattlesnakes to be under there.
Jesus! Fuck. Fuck.
After a moment, she looks at the alarm clock, 11:30. Interior, abandoned AMC plant, corridor, day. Dutch being led by an armed guard through the desolation of the rustling AMC plant towards the old assembly line. Inside the cavernous, crumbling, cathedral-like space is an anomaly. A snow-white, seed-shaped office about the size of 3 shipping containers. Close to this, a long rack of identical white bicycles. The armed guard walks up to the heavily secured office door, pushes a buzzer, responds to the answer tone.
It's the NYBERG woman.
After a moment, Dr. THOR opens the door.
Dutch, won't you come inside?
The armed guard walks away. Dutch ascends the steps into Dr. THOR's private office. If the folks at Apple designed a Bond villain's lair, this would be it. All sleek, all white, absurdly shiny. Dutch is shocked to see, sitting on a white leather couch, Mayor Gimble, Sheriff Taylor, and Deputy Vagle.
You know the mayor, Sheriff Taylor, and Deputy Vagle?
I do.
A long, uncertain silence.
So, what can I do for you, Dutch?
You look like you're busy. Maybe another time.
No, that's good. Is it about the job?
No.
What then?
Dutch knows full well this little gathering is to do with Dr. Sandberg's disappearance. Time to stay ice cool.
It's about my brother.
RAIF?
Dutch looks pointedly at Deputy Vagle.
No. MORT,
What about him?
you killed his dog.
Did I now?
He believes so.
What do you believe, Dutch?
I believe Chancer was run over on South Lindbergh. I believe your driverless vehicle,
Phoenix 4F.
the Phoenix 4F, will no doubt have a bunch of cameras pointing out at a million different angles. I believe if you gave a shit, you'll have someone check the tapes for Tuesday Gone, South Lindbergh.
Kurt Thor looks over at a technician, nods. The technician departs for the media center behind the leather couch.
You remember Dr. Sandberg from the town hall? Sat up front, iPad.
Ran chicken when Jeb Sando flung his chair at the mayor.
Kurt Thor turns a monitor to Dutch, showing the GPS markers on a Google map for the 2 bicycles and Dr. Sandberg's cell.
Well, Dr. Sandberg has a lady friend in town, Julie Cleverly. She has a 13-year-old daughter, Eve. Last night, around midnight, he left this office here to call in on Julie. I told him why not bring a bike down for Eve. He thought that was a fine idea.
He never made it to Julie's. He had a 8:30 meeting this morning. Only he didn't show. Cell's dead.
Bikes have a GPS security tracker as standard. They both went dark here on Ford Avenue at 12:58. His cell too, same time and place. He'd been in and around that location for approximately 38 minutes. Then at 1:43, fire department got a call out on a fire at the exact same location.
You know out-of-town Brown?
Sure.
His private bolt hole up on Ford? Abandoned logging cabin.
Last night, Deputy VAGLE was rolling on Ford Avenue, a little after midnight. She didn't see Dr. Sandberg or Mr. Brown, but she did see your brother RAIF in your truck up by the cabin.
And
And we were going to drive up there now. Want to tag along?
why would I do that?
Same reason I'm looking for the footage for you. It's neighborly.
Interior, Phoenix 4F, Ford Avenue, day, moving. A slightly surreal scene as Dr. Thor sits in the driver's seat with his hands off the wheel. Sitting next to him, Mayor Gimble. In the back, Sheriff Taylor, Deputy VAGLE, and Dutch. Behind the driverless auto, the fleet of support vehicles. Practically the whole time, Dr. Thor's staring at Dutch in the rearview mirror, Dutch looking back at him fearlessly. As the convoy approaches the cabin, they're witness to a large section of the road being blocked off. Several vans marked Michigan Farm Bureau and U.S. EPA parked up at the side of the road as men in biohazard suits times 15 power spray the road with disinfectant.
What the fuck?
The convoy pulls up at a barrier, beyond which is the section of road where Dutch dumped the shot deer, which itself has been moved next to a van marked Incinerator. They exit the Phoenix 4F. Mayor Gimble approaches Todd Opgard, 50, who's clearly running the scene.
What in the hell's going on here?
Michigan Farm Bureau, emergency deep clean operation.
You're gonna have to stop all this right now. I order you to...
This is a federally mandated scene, Sheriff. EPA got jurisdiction over local law enforcement. Biohazard.
Biohazard? What biohazard?
Todd shows a picture of the scene on an iPad. The carcass of the shot deer is being feasted upon by a dozen badgers.
TB. Nothing affects the badger population faster than a roadkill mass feeding event. From there, TB goes into the cattle population. From there, herd slaughter, from Petoskey to Grand Rapids. That ain't happening on my watch.
Dr. Thor looks to the side of the road. A line of a dozen shot badgers is being bagged up for the incinerator van. The entire stretch of road, including up to the ashes of the cabin, has been power sprayed with disinfectant. Dutch can now see that the large bloodstain where she placed the shot deer has been completely washed away.
Who called this in?
Anonymous citizen. Send us the picture on the iPad I showed you.
Dr. Thor looks at Dutch, but her eyes are elsewhere as she's just seen out-of-town Brown sitting on a tree stump. Out-of-town Brown looks at Dutch. After a moment, he nods at her. Dutch nods back.
Is it usual for that many badgers to jump on a carcass like that?
Why should you think we got here so fast, huh? Lucky it was called in.
Todd Opgard walks toward EPA officers ×5 in the distance. Dutch looks at Dr. THOR, sees him staring at her.
Hey, Carol.
What?
So, what did you and Raif talk about last night?
Deputy VAGLE looks deeply uncomfortable at the question. Back in Dr. THOR's private office, Dutch sitting alone on the white couch. Outside the door, she can see Dr. THOR, Mayor Gimble, Sheriff Taylor, and Deputy VAGLE in an intense conflab. Technician number 225 approaches Dutch.
We're ready for you.
Dutch follows technician number 2 into the media center. Technician number 2 sits at an edit bay, rolls the footage from Tuesday on South Lindbergh.
Think I found what you're looking for. Take a look.
Technician number 2 plays the footage from the cameras on board the moving Phoenix 4F and the support vehicles behind. A wounded deer emerges from the woods ahead of the convoy. The Phoenix 4F decelerates, allowing the limping deer to cross in front of it.
See? It slows here.
The Phoenix 4F then accelerates down South Lindbergh, passing a beat-up pickup truck going the opposite direction.
No canine. Case closed.
Can you go back on that? Show me the pickup going the other way?
Sure.
Technician number 2 rewinds the footage, freezes on the pickup.
Well, I'll be goddamn.
What?
Inside the pickup, Dutch recognizes the bearded driver, 60.
Abe Guttermson.
Who's Abe Guttermson?
Interior MORT's bedroom, day, flashback. Dutch, 10, and MORT, 8, looking at the decapitated body of a small terrier on the floor.
Best keep a secret than spin the wheel, no doubt. But is your secret truly a secret? How do you know it's that, for certain?
Back in the media center.
Man with a long memory.
You think this Guttermson dude ran over your brother's dog on purpose?
If it were an accident, he would have stopped. Motherfuck bad luck.
Parking lot outside the abandoned AMC plant. Dutch walking past the sparkling support vehicles. Her battered truck is a sorry sight at the end of the line.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Dutch turns to see Dr. THOR following her. Dr. THOR nods towards the front of Dutch's truck.
Your doll. You've lost it.
Dutch looks at the grill. The doll is indeed missing.
Here's I have.
Wonder where it'll turn up.
Dutch ignores Thor's clear insinuation, gets in her truck, turns the ignition, but the engine doesn't catch. Dutch keeps trying, but the motor won't start.
You know, it's common for children with disabilities to project their condition onto their toys. What's uncommon is to find an able-bodied child who believed their raggedy-ass doll had a disability. Due to polio, for example. I think that child might have a weakness for helping her kinfolk, no matter what ingenious trouble they got themselves into. No shrink, but well, sounds about right to me.
Whatever you were paying that Dr. Sandberg, it weren't enough.
What do you want me to tell his wife, Dutch? And his 2 kids? About what really happened to their daddy last night up at that cabin?
I don't know. Make something up. You're good at that.
Badger cake, right? Smeared all over the shot deer Deputy VAGLE saw in the back of your truck. EPA charge up there. Sterilize the whole crime scene. On peut son intelligent. Dr. Sandberg had an IQ of 167. That's genius level, Dutch. And I'm smarter than him. How much smarter than you think that makes me?
Guess we're about to find out.
The motor catches. Dutch drives away. End Act 2, Part 2.
Give me a yell!
Recap Part 2. In northern Michigan, Dutch NYBERG was set to quit the Rust Belt town of 12th forever. However, on the eve of her departure, her 3 idiot brothers, JP, RAIF, and MORT, murdered the right-hand man of the billionaire, Kurt THOR, whose plans to build an autonomous car factory in 12th have divided the town. Believing her late father would have wanted her to help her brothers, Dutch is now balls deep in a desperate, dangerous scheme to keep her brothers out of jail, all the while knowing that the very family she's trying to save have only ever looked out for themselves. Fade in. Exterior 12th, Main Street, day. Out-of-town Brown sitting on his drinking bench, holding the twine lead for his Jack Russell. Dutch sits beside him. The Jack Russell greets her warmly.
Hey, Sparks. How you doing?
Dutch hands Out-of-town Brown a billfold. He pockets it.
Thank you for being a friend, Out-of-town Brown.
You always been good to me, Dutch. I ain't gonna suddenly forget that. Sorry I let out, only thought I heard your brother's coming back.
There's an old hunting lodge up by Edison Lake, off Chaffee. Know it?
I do.
This morning I provisioned it for you. Sleeping blanket, gas burner, camp chair, lanterns, corned beef.
Dutch takes a burner cell from her pocket.
Call me as soon as they start diving the lake. Number saved in there.
Out-of-town Brown takes the cell.
I'm truly sorry for what happened to your cabin. That's on me.
You didn't tell your brothers you seen me up there.
No. I don't know what they do.
Kinda, you do. Or you tell them. Why'd you risk your ass for them, Dutch? When you don't trust them.
Real family sticks like shit.
I don't believe that's the interpretation your daddy had in mind when he said that.
Daddy would never have asked me to do what I did, but he would have wanted me to do it. Help him.
Not everybody can be helped. And some that can be, should not.
Well, woman's gotta waste her life on something.
You think they'll die of the lake?
I hope not. But you'll call me right away if they do.
Out-of-town Brown nods. Dutch stands, makes to walk away.
Now, on the one side, you got the smartest man in America coming for you. On the other, 3 white trash half-wits. Which you think is more dangerous?
Dutch ponders this for a moment.
See you around, Out-of-town Brown.
Dutch walks away. Exterior Dutch's trailer park, day, moving. Dutch pulls up outside her trailer, finishing up a call.
How many more immigrants you want smuggled into 12th by government employees? When I call the FBI, I'll make sure I tell them you did nothing. Nothing!
Dutch hangs up the call. She looks at her trailer, seems to sense something. Dutch opens her glove box, makes as if she's going for the .33, hesitates, closes the glove box. Dutch walks to her trailer door, takes the handle. Inside Dutch's trailer. Dutch steps inside to see, waiting for her, RAIF, JP, and MORT. Dutch looks at her brothers, senses menace in the room.
Hey, little sister.
Dutch walks to the fridge, takes a beer.
Went up to the old AMC factory. They showed me the onboard footage from Tuesday gone. Saw the doe you were chasing limp across the road, then nothing. Weren't Thor's people who did for Chance or Mort.
Oh, they're lying.
I saw the footage.
Then you're lying. Again.
They didn't kill your dog, Mort. If you ain't in the market for the truth, believe what you need.
Somebody ran over my chancer. Okay? If not them, who?
There was a pickup, but I couldn't make out the plate. There's nothing can be done, 'cause nothing can be. I'm sorry.
Silence. Dutch waiting for the inevitable bomb.
You said a couple foul. The dude's watch, out in the woods?
JP hands Dutch his cell. On the screen, a picture of Dr. Sandberg from the town hall.
Rafe? Yeah. Cops are fixing to bring you in, no doubt, over you being seen up at the cabin by Deputy VAGLE last night.
I was hunting. Nothing more to say.
Where? For how long? Who saw you leave? Who saw you get back? What time you borrow my truck? What route you take going up there? What route coming back? Then they're gonna ask you all that over and over and over. One mistake, one, and they'll know they're bullshit from butter. I told you not to go out there.
Carol saw your truck, Dutch.
2 people can be set against each other, Raif. Truck put me on the scene, no doubt, but only me.
I ain't gonna flip, Dutch, if that's what you're insinuating. If it is, by the way, fuck you!
Why am I looking at this?
Zoom in on the watch.
Dutch zooms in on Dr. Sandberg's Rolex.
Okay.
It's a Rolex Daytona. Rose gold. Black dial. Look it up on the Google. Jay-Z has one.
JP starts picking at a thread on Dutch's saddle.
Don't touch that!
JP keeps picking at the thread. Dutch squares up to her brother. All eyes now on JP.
I ain't fucking playing around, JP.
JP smirks, smooths the thread with his hand, sits down.
Ain't no couple thou, sis. That's a $40,000 wristwatch right there.
Dutch looks at her brothers, sees the dumb hunger in them.
I'm gonna say this once, then the rest is up to you. If you ask me to go get that watch, to dig it up now, just the fact you asked the question is enough for me to wonder if y'all can be helped in this at all.
What's that supposed to mean?
Do not ask me to get the watch. Just don't do it. Don't.
The brothers look at one another.
You told us you're lighting out. Friday coming. We got a right to ask. If not before then, when?
We ain't asking, Dutch. We want our share now. End of.
And if I say no?
Best we all stick together on this. Know what I mean? Especially since we all got alibis for last night. Well, all of us. Except you.
Dutch is about to say something when there's a sudden banging on the trailer door.
Dutch! Sheriff Taylor! Open up!
Dutch opens the trailer door, sees Sheriff Taylor and Deputy VAGLE standing outside. In the middle distance, Dr. THOR and Mayor Gimbel looking on.
Dutch NYBERG, I'm arresting you for the murder of Dr. Sandberg. You have the right to remain silent.
Sheriff Taylor cuffs Dutch.
If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you.
Hey, I know the Constitution. You don't have probable cause to make this arrest, officer.
You don't need probable cause to make an arrest, jackass. Jesus.
As Dutch is led outside, Deputy VAGLE steps forward.
RAIF NYBERG, you're under arrest for accessory after the fact.
What?
You have the right to remain silent.
Deputy VAGLE cuffs RAIF. JP takes out his cell, starts to record the
Anything
scene.
you say can be used against you in court.
Don't make me tell tales on you, Carol. That won't be on me.
Sheriff Taylor shouts from outside the trailer.
Carol, get your shit together.
Deputy VAGLE slaps the cell out of JP's hand.
Your brother rats me out. 2 things will happen, JP. 1, no one will believe him. And 2, I'll beat him to death in his cell. Coming, Sheriff! How you like them rats, asshole?
VAGLE shoves RAIF outside. From the back of the squad car, Dutch can see the boy on his bicycle parked up next to Dr. THOR and Mayor Gimbel, all 3 of them staring at her as she's driven away. Interior, 12th Police Station, interrogation room, day. Dutch, sitting alone at a desk. Mayor Gimbel comes in.
You're aware of the stakes here, Dutch? A very, very important man is missing, presumed murdered. If you care at all about the future of this town, I know you'll do the right thing here. THOR Factory is on a knife edge, and it's all on you. What you do in the next 10 minutes will decide...
Yeah, I feel sorry for you, Mr. Mayor, if I thought you believed the lie. But you don't give a shit either way, because you already got your reward, Judas. So shut the fuck up, or fuck off.
Dr. THOR, Sheriff Taylor, and Deputy VAGLE enter the room. Sheriff Taylor holding an iPad. Dr. THOR, Mayor Gimble, and Deputy VAGLE sit at the back of the room. Sheriff Taylor sits opposite Dutch.
I want you to see something.
Sheriff Taylor plays footage from the dash cam on Deputy VAGLE's 4x4 as she drives up Ford Avenue. Dutch's truck comes into view in the middle distance. Sheriff Taylor hits pause, points at the screen.
You see it? Look, Dutch. That's a fresh blood stain on the road, right there. Only there ain't no deer, see? That's Dr. Sandberg's blood, before somebody staged the scene as roadkill. The way the blood is pooled, I reckon he was either stabbed or shot. I think shot. RAIF got an alibi for the rest of the night. He's with JP and MORT. Your mother confirmed that. And over here, we got Deputy VAGLE seeing you at the kennels at 5 a.m. So, where were you, Dutch? Between 12:58, when Dr. Sandberg vanished off the face of the earth, at 5 a.m. Where's Dr. Sandberg's body, Dutch?
See, I see an oil stain on the road. Way it's pooled, cracked pan, or a bad seal. Guess we'll never know, huh?
Know what I think? I think you thought it was Dr. THOR riding them twin bikes on Ford. Like we know you saw him do earlier that day by your trailer. We have a sworn witness claimed you called Dr. THOR a motherfucker as he cycled away. You deny calling him that?
Where's the rest of the footage from the roller on Ford? And Deputy VAGLE's body cam? I have the legal right to see that, I believe.
Dutch, that don't
She'd tell you her body cam wasn't on, or the file got corrupted, or some battery died, or something.
Sheriff Taylor looks at Deputy VAGLE. VAGLE tries to look calm, but she's nervous, no question.
I heard a dog barking inside that cabin. Hunting dog, right, Dutch? It was your truck parked outside with a shot deer in the back. You were in the cabin with Sandberg's body the whole time. I know it.
Barking dogs. My being down at the kennels at 5 a.m. What proof is there of that other than the deputy's word? Or did your battery problem fix itself in the night?
Now you listen here, Dutch.
Ding, 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 ding. Someone is aggressively ringing the desk bell at reception. Ding, 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 ding. Mayor Gimble stands, opens the door.
Can I help you?
Looking for a Deputy Carol VAGLE.
Mayor Gimble looks back into the interrogation room, then back out to reception.
She's right here.
Horribly tense moment as the silhouettes of two men in uniform walk along the frosted glass corridor, then appear at the interrogation room door. Being two state troopers.
Deputy VAGLE?
Yes.
Sorry about this. We're like 100% sure this is a crank complaint, but it's been alleged that you're running a smuggling operation to bring illegals across from Canada.
What?
You're shitting me.
I'm sorry to say no, we aren't. But we can clear it all up right now with the super quick drug test.
Drug test?
Yeah, complainant says there's cocaine coming in with the illegals and that you've been at the supply.
Dr. THOR looks at Dutch, her eyes locked fast on the floor.
So, Captain says negative test. We call bullshit on the whole thing.
Complaint said they was gonna take it to the feds if we didn't act on it. Fucking politics, right?
State Trooper number 2 holds up a urine sample bottle.
You fucking bitch.
Deputy VAGLE leaps at Dutch, starts beating on her.
I'll fucking kill you! I'll fucking ruin you, bitch!
Chaos as Sheriff Taylor and the Staties drag Deputy VAGLE off Dutch. VAGLE screaming and swinging all the time.
I'll kill your whole fucking family! You fucking slack cunt!
Carol, what the fuck, Carol? Hey, stop it now, Carol.
VAGLE is dragged outside by Sheriff Taylor and the Staties.
I have a daughter! I have a daughter! Who's gonna look after her, Dutch? Who? You fucking bitch!
Sound of a door slamming and the muffled sound of VAGLE weeping and wailing. Dutch stands, wipes the blood from her mouth, sits. Sheriff Taylor comes back into the interrogation room, all eyes now on Dutch.
Will there be anything else?
Parking lot outside the police station, evening. Dutch and Raif walking out of the station, watched by Sheriff Taylor, Mayor Gimble, and Dr. THOR.
What the fuck is going on, Dutch?
I do believe Deputy VAGLE just pissed away their timeline.
The fuck does that mean?
Means they got more work to do before setting down charges. We'd already be in county otherwise.
You think they're gonna charge us for real? With what?
Raif, what possible good do you think might ever come out of JP raising a pistol on a dark night over the head of a moving target who just so happened to be the town's only visiting billionaire?
Oh, wait, I thought you said it wasn't Dr. THOR got shot.
Dutch stops, puts her hands up in exasperation.
JP thought it was Dr. THOR. Raif, that's the fucking...
Oh.
You boys spun a wheel you didn't need to. From the moment that gun fired, there was always a chance that one or some or all of us would have to pay a price, but you knew that, right? You're not an idiot.
I am not going down for something I didn't do, no fucking way.
If you think you've not done anything, Raif, then you are.
Dutch's cell rings. She takes it out of her pocket, sees the caller ID, out-of-town Brown, answers the call. Exterior cabin by Edison Lake, sunset. Out-of-town Brown looking over the water. He can clearly see divers ×3 splash down in the center of the lake off a diving boat marked MSP, Marine Services Team.
Guessing you know why I'm calling. Boat marked Michigan State Police.
Back in the parking lot, Dutch frozen to the spot.
What is it?
Thanks, friend.
Good luck, Dutch.
Dutch hangs up the call.
What?
Dutch falls into a reverie.
Who is in the market for a savior? Can you save yourself? That's the question. If the war's lost, your one shot don't matter. Unless it matters to you, you took it. Unless fuck winning or losing. Fuck what's wise and fuck all civility. Fuck more than anything, surrender. Fuck surrender.
Dutch? What was that call about?
You in the market for a savior, brother?
What?
Dutch slams Raif up against the K9 unit van, causing Luna to bark aggressively from inside.
You surrender back in there?
Dutch slaps Raif across the face.
Give me up for the deal they offered you? Queen for a day?
Ow, what the fuck, Dutch?
Did you?
Dutch slaps Raif again, this time drawing blood.
Answer me!
Have you lost your fucking mind? I'm your brother! Your brother!
Dutch slaps Raif. He shoves her back. Then as she comes in again, he grabs her, slams her against the van. Raif stares deeply into Dutch's eyes.
Whatever the fuck is going on and whatever the fuck you think I didn't. Look at me, Dutch, I didn't. You're my sister, I didn't.
Dutch stares back at Raif, then smiles. Raif takes a moment, then releases Dutch from his grip.
I feel you, brother. I do.
All right, then.
Dutch looks back at the police station, sees they're still being watched by Sheriff Taylor et al.
It's time.
For what?
The watch, 40,000, run money.
Okay. When?
Dawn. Tomorrow.
Why not now, tonight?
Tomorrow's Friday.
Raif thinks about this.
Sure. Okay, you need to pack. Got it. Sure. Okay, tomorrow.
Mama's, 6:30.
All right.
Dutch walks away.
Yeah. I'll tell the others. Good call. We got this, sis. We got it.
Interior, Dutch's trailer, night. Dutch stuffing a rucksack with cans of tannerite targets. Reveal, the label on the side of the cans reads, Binary Exploding Rimfire Targets. Includes free earplugs. Dutch's cell rings. She answers.
Dutch NYBERG. Oh, thanks for calling me back on this. I'm gonna need a lawyer, 100%. You read the email I sent? That'll do it.
Dutch hangs up, looks around her trailer as if for the last time, grabs her Winchester, exits to outside Dutch's trailer. Dutch places the rucksack and the rifle in her truck, looks to see if she's being observed, jumps in, speeds off. Dissolve to Exterior, Chesterman Beach, Vancouver Island, sunset. Dutch galloping on a beautiful white mare like the one she saw in the field by Edison Lake. Dutch pulls the mare up and they both look out over the ocean. A beautiful moment. The mare rears, throwing Dutch onto the sand. The mare falls back onto Dutch, trapping her left leg. Dutch sees RAIF, JP, and MORT looking at her. In JP's hand, a smoking revolver. Luna stands next to MORT, barks aggressively at Dutch, strains on her lead. Dutch pulls herself desperately from under the mare. Just as she frees herself, the mare has transformed into the shot deer Dutch placed on Ford Avenue. Dutch stares into the deer's black, dead eye as she stands on uneasy feet. MORT releases Luna, who runs in attack mode towards Dutch. Dutch turns to see Dr. THOR and Dr. Sandberg are behind her, blocking her exit. Dutch is trapped. She runs towards the waves, dives into the sea, is suddenly sinking into the black depths of the ocean. Exterior, remote woodland road, dawn. Dutch's truck parked up, Dutch inside, sleeping. Dutch's cell rings. She starts out of sleep, answers.
Hold on. Why there? Why not Mama's? Okay, I'm on my way.
Dutch starts the truck, drives through the woods. Exterior, woodland road leading to a field, dawn, moving. Dutch driving towards MORT's deer stand. Dutch stops where the towpath ends, gets out of her truck, looks at the deer stand around 500 feet away. This is some no-man's land bullshit, as Dutch is now forced to walk 500 feet from her truck, unarmed, towards a deer stand with clear line of sight at her walking. Dutch can see her brothers in the deer stand. All three of them have their Winchesters on their laps.
Trust is very simple. It's a bunch of statements that you believe to be 100% true. I believe my brothers would never lie to me. I believe 100% they would never steal from me. I believe my brothers would never betray me, not even to keep their guilty asses out of jail. The more such statements you 100% believe, the more you trust. The less you believe, the less you trust. I believe my brothers ain't dumb enough to shoot me in the head before they got their 40,000. That's what I got.
Dutch takes a deep breath, walks forward. These are unbearably tense moments as Dutch edges across no man's land towards the deer stand. Several cuts between the brothers observing their sister come closer and Dutch crossing the field. At one point, Dutch stumbles as if her knees have given way. She steadies herself, carries on. As Dutch gets to the edge of the deer stand, the brothers no longer have line of sight on her. She breathes a sigh of relief as she makes it to the bottom of the deer stand.
Come on up.
Dutch climbs up the 5-foot ladder, looks inside, sees RAIF, MORT, and JP. Then she sees they're all wearing earplugs.
Fuck.
A fourth figure, hidden behind the boys, reveals herself. It's Mama NYBERG, shotgun in hand. Boom! Mama NYBERG shoots Dutch in the chest. Dutch literally flies through the air, landing in a crumbling heap in the field below. JP, MORT, RAIF, and Mama NYBERG climb down. RAIF, JP, and MORT toss their earplugs on the ground as they approach Dutch, who's now groaning incoherently. MORT kneels down so he can talk right in Dutch's face.
You shouldn't have lied to me. You should have never done that.
Mama NYBERG approaches, points the shotgun at Dutch's chest. The boys jerk their hands to their ears, now ringing from the surprise second shotgun blast.
Jesus! Fuck!
RAIF presses both hands against his right ear.
Jesus, Mama, was that really necessary?
It's only rock salt. Just making sure.
Now brutally winded, Dutch rolls over, howls for breath.
Think you got her good the first time.
Oh, want her to get up, beat your ass a second time? Believe the words you're looking for are thank you. Pat her down.
MORT steps forward, checks Dutch, finds a .33 in her jacket pocket and her cell, hands them to RAIF.
Good job, brother.
Dutch coughs up some blood, gasps for air, passes out. End Act 3. Exterior woods by Edison Lake, dawn, flashback. A small stream in the woods gurgles towards the lake, mist filling the spaces between the trees, blurring the distance. Reveal, Dutch wearing a blaze orange lanyard, Winchester in hand, gazing intently into the fog.
Prey animals' sense of smell ain't like ours. They're smelling something as like a slap across the face to you or me. Truth. Why else would a doe snap jump 3 feet to her right at just a hint of something in the air that she don't trust? Like she'd been slapped in the mouth.
A doe appears in the middle distance. Dutch doesn't move.
Scent travels on the air. Air's fluid. Can be pressured like a fluid, drawn along like a fluid.
Very slowly and quietly, Dutch takes aim at the doe.
Come dawn, if there ain't too much wind about, you can guarantee being downwind of your mark by hunting upstream. As the flowing water touches the cool, moist air above, it draws it downstream. Laws of fluid dynamics. Long as the water's coming towards you, so's the wind. Impossible for any animal to get even the slightest scent off your...
Suddenly, the doe leaps backwards, sprints into the distance. Dutch is clearly baffled by this turn, walks to the fallen red oak where the doe was standing before it bolted.
What slapped that doe across the face? Terrified her so, because it sure as shit weren't me.
Dutch sees a deep hole in the ground where the roots of the fallen oak ripped out the earth when it crashed down. Back in the deep woods, Dutch unconscious, being dragged by MORT through the woods.
Set her down.
MORT props Dutch up against a tree.
Wake her up.
A liquid is splashed over Dutch's face. She comes to immediately, starts to spit out the noxious liquid. Reveal, RAIF is dousing Dutch from a gasoline can.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Dutch sees Mama NYBERG, JP, RAIF, and MORT all staring at her.
What's that you said to me? If I thought it'd win him back, I'd thrown you into the range? Huh. Don't have to worry no more about how that might have played, do I?
Mama NYBERG nods at RAIF. He shakes a box of matches.
What do you want?
They want the body, Dutch. We give them that, we walk. You're fucked either way. See, Thor got a real hard-on for you, Mayor got a hard-on for Thor, Sheriff Taylor, well, you get the gist. Thor wants you as the shooter, period. He is, I'm told, unreachable on that point. So give us the body. Or we start lighting matches. Your choice.
The body? Where?
In the lake.
Nah, Dutch, it ain't. Want to know who figured that?
Dutch looks at Mama NYBERG.
That's right.
When RAIF told the sheriff about Edison Lake, old Medellin trick, think you said chicken wire, he ate that shit up. Had to be true. All that graphic detail. Sandberg's body was in the lake. No doubt. Only, when we told Mama the same story last night, she said, that ain't Dutch.
Dutch? Making the job harder than it needed be? Weights, chicken wire, stealing a boat? No. That ain't Dutch, Mama said. Dutch buried his ass in the woods.
You shouldn't have lied to us. You shouldn't have done that, Dutch.
Bodies for the law. But first, the watch. My boys rightly deserve something out of this after all they've been through. Or you burn.
RAIF lights a match, holds it over Dutch.
Do not fucking do that! Get that the fuck away from me!
Dutch's terror is palpable. MORT seems to enjoy this, and he laughs darkly at her squirming.
Where's the body? Where's the body? Where's the body, Dutch?
All right. I'll take you to the fucking body. Just get that the fuck away from me. Get it away!
RAIF has let the match burn down too close to his fingers.
Ow.
Raif flicks his wrist. The still-burning match accidentally falls towards Dutch, who has to dive out of the way.
What the fuck, you fucking idiot!
Hey, do not call me that! Do not call me that or my brothers that! Not ever again! You hear me?
All right. That's enough.
Mama NYBERG nods at Mort. He throws a shovel to Dutch. They now walk deeper into the woods. Dutch carrying the shovel as she makes her way through the forest. She looks back to see JP, Mort, RAIF, and Mama NYBERG all staring at her, the brothers with their rifles in hand. Mort sings Duérmete Niño. This time there's a creeping, malevolent edge to his voice.
Duérmete ya, que viene el coco y te llevará.
Dutch looks to the path ahead. For a moment, closes her eyes, lets the wind cool her brow. Then her eyes are fierce again. 30 yards further on, Dutch sticks the spade in the ground.
How we know this is the spot? That you ain't playing for time.
Dutch nods up towards the tree. JP sees Dutch's raggedy-ass doll nailed high up on a branch.
This the body or the watch?
As Mama intimated, I was always an indolent child.
What the fuck does that mean?
They're in the same hole, idiot.
So dig.
Dutch wields the spade like a pro. The others watch hungrily as she makes steady progress, deeper down. Then, clank. She's hit something metallic. Dutch pulls the red metal toolbox from the ground, takes a key from her pocket, rushes to open the lock.
This the watch right here. You'll see. Just hold on now while I...
Bang! JP has fired his rifle into the canopy.
You leave that be.
JP looks at Mort, nods. Mort approaches Dutch, snatches the keys from her hand, shoves her aside.
You took my revolver off me that night. Where's it at, Dutch? I ain't no fool. Nah, I ain't that.
Mort makes to open the lock, but he can't figure which key. Dutch looks to her left, sees a fallen tree. The large roots have torn out the soil as the tree fell, creating a large void. It's clearly the same hole Dutch saw before while hunting.
What slaps a doe across the face harder than the scent of man?
Mort opens the toolbox. Only the top tray is visible. And yes, JP was correct. His revolver is indeed there, within easy reach.
You sly fucking bitch.
Dutch looks utterly defeated. JP, RAIF, and Mama NYBERG huddle around Mort.
The watch. Where is it? Find it.
As Mort tosses screwdrivers and wrenches from the toolbox, he sees something. Gaffer tape securing a thin strip of cardboard to the inside of the lid. Mort pulls away the cardboard, revealing that an expensive-looking cell phone has been taped to the lid, behind the cardboard along with 2 blinking GPS tracking devices.
Wait, what are...
Before Mort can finish his question, JP shoves past him, taking hold of the top tray.
It's gotta be under here.
Tracking shot, leading up to the hole in the ground by the roots of the fallen oak tree.
Only thing slaps a doe across the face harder than the scent of man is the sound of...
Reveal. The hole under the tree is a rattlesnake den. JP pulls the top lid off the toolbox to expose 3 coiled, 3-foot timber rattlesnakes. They immediately strike the air. Hiss, hiss, hiss. This is an existential terror moment for Mort, who immediately flees the scene as if he was the one on fire. JP, RAIF, and Mama NYBERG jump back. Too late for Mama NYBERG, who's already been bitten twice, once on the chin and once on the arm. Dutch bolts from the scene, disappearing into the woods just as RAIF gets a shot off, bang, missing her head by inches. Mama NYBERG holds her bitten, bloody arm, collapses backwards into a childlike state. JP shoots the rattlers. Bang, 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 bang.
Motherfuckers! Motherfuckers!
No, diabetes. He says no, don't you know snake venom kills diabetics faster? They're gonna have to take my arm off! Even if I live, Jesus, please, not this, not
drops to his knees, holds his mother.
It's all right, Mama. I'm here, Mama. I got you. I got you. Get her! Get the watch now!
JP runs hell's bells into the woods, by a narrow isthmus next to the lake. Dutch runs into the isthmus, thereby forcing anyone who comes after her to approach along a narrow stretch of forest that extends out 200 feet into the lake. Dutch reaches into the shrubs behind a white oak, takes out her .308 Winchester, cracks the bolt. Dutch hides in the bushes, eyes locked on the isthmus path. Woods by Lake Edison. Mort still sprinting through the woods like a madman. He looks back, then runs thump right into the trunk of a tree, is knocked immediately unconscious. Back on the isthmus, Dutch sees JP coming through the woods. He's now in hunting mode, taking short, slow steps. He sees how narrow the path ahead becomes. Realizing it's too dangerous to continue, he disappears behind a deep thicket, shouts out to Dutch.
You think I'm dumb enough to come down there? You the fool here, Dutch. You're trapped. I'm the one got you right where I want you.
Dutch takes aim.
Who's the dumb idiot now, Dutch? Can't believe you do such a fool at.
Through her scope, Dutch isn't aiming at JP, she's aiming at a cluster of tannerite targets on a branch above the thicket. Bang! Boom! The tannerite targets explode in a massive fireball. From his hidden position, JP is blasted backwards, his Winchester spinning out of his hands into the lake. Dutch stands, walks towards her brother, puts one in the chamber as she goes. When Dutch gets to JP, she says something, but he can't hear a word from the ringing in his ears.
What?
Again, Dutch speaks, but JP can't hear her.
What?
Say mercy, brother.
What?
Dutch shoots her brother in the head. Dutch gathers up JP's Winchester from the lake, walks back to her brother's position, aims it to where she'd been in the bushes, fires off 3 quick rounds, drops his rifle, walks back in the direction of RAIF and Mama NYBERG. In the woods by the rattlesnake den, Dutch sees RAIF on his knees, trying to comfort the clearly fading Mama NYBERG. A branch snaps under Dutch's foot, but she's on RAIF's left side, so he doesn't hear. Mama NYBERG, however, she does hear, and can now clearly see Dutch in the near distance. She lifts her hand, makes to point at Dutch, but she's lost the power of speech, just mumbles nonsense.
It's all right. When JP gets back, we'll get you right out to Dr. Sloan, I promise. As soon as he gets back with the watch, then we'll go, okay? I promise you.
Being on his left side, Dutch doesn't have to creep up on her brother, so walks almost casually through the brush. When she has him absolutely cold, she picks up a stick, throws it onto his right side. RAIF immediately grabs his Winchester from the forest floor, cracks the bolt, but he's aiming his rifle away from Dutch. It seems to dawn on him that Dutch is behind him, and he cranes his neck back to his left, sees Dutch, rifle raised. Dutch nods no. RAIF drops his Winchester. Mama NYBERG looks at Dutch with palpable rage.
See the lid of the toolbox? Cell phone and the trackers?
RAIF looks to the toolbox, looks back at Dutch, nods yes.
Dr. Sandberg's cell. GPS trackers from the bikes. They couldn't talk to the towers because the toolbox is metal. But soon as it opened, they're coming. No doubt. Last favor, brother. Run.
You won't shoot me?
RAIF looks at his mother, then back at Dutch.
Had all the time I needed for that. Coming up on your left side.
RAIF looks at his mother.
Damn! Only... Sorry, Mama.
RAIF sprints immediately into the woods. When he's gone, Dutch approaches her mother, kneels down.
Schooling your boys in betrayal like that? You never guessed, did you? Day'd come when they'd maybe turn that schooling right back on you. No way your boys would ever betray you, abandon you. Well, here it is, Mama. Here you are, out in the woods, left by your boys to die like a dog. Never saw that coming, huh? No defeat without surprise. Ain't that what Daddy used to say?
Dutch looks from her mother to the burn scars on her hands. Mama NYBERG's eyes no longer afraid, just hateful.
My choice was to help my brothers or not. Their choice was to leave me be after or not. I did it for Daddy, but I ain't listening to him anymore, Mama. Not because I don't respect his memory, I just need to respect myself more is all. So you know, there's no pleasure in being right about your family. None. Just the time before you say, I'm done, and the time after. Guess what time it is, Mama?
Dutch stands, walks to the tree, climbs it, retrieves her doll. As she climbs down, she places the doll in her pocket. Dutch takes a cigarette pack and a lighter from her jacket, places a cigarette in her mouth, is about to light it when she gets the sharp scent of gasoline from her clothes. Dutch sees the longing in her mother's eyes, the hope in them that Dutch would have forgotten.
No, Mama. See, I'm the child of yours that ain't an idiot.
Dutch tosses the cigarette and the lighter, places her hands behind her head, ready for the police to arrive. In the distance, the sounds of police shouting and gunfire. Interior, 12th Police Station, interrogation room, night. Dutch sitting alone. She's now dressed in a blaze orange, prison-issue jumpsuit, smoking a cigarette. Enter Dr. Kurt THOR and Sheriff Taylor. Dr. THOR sits opposite Dutch. Sheriff Taylor sits at the back of the room. Dr. THOR pushes a cell tower geotag map across the table.
Check the tower data. You were right. JP was out on the lake that night. At the gravesite, too. JP's revolver is a match for the bullet in Dr. Sandberg's back. He's the shooter. Ballistics confirm he got a couple off before you fired back, today that is. Only, why, Dutch? Why would your brother, of all people, want to kill you?
Guess when he found out I knew what he'd done, lost his tiny mind.
Right. Only, what I don't get is this. Why didn't JP just bury the bikes in the woods with the body? Why dump the bikes out on the lake? And why were there explosive targets strapped to that tree? Almost like, I don't know, somebody had arranged the scene beforehand.
Is this how it's gonna be, Sheriff? Dr. THOR, the real actual law in town, like the Guttersons were in the 60s and 70s because they owned the giant lumber mill? Like AMC was the law in the 80s. So got away with having those goons break my daddy's hip for just talking about maybe starting up a union? Your father and father before him that ran this office, what you come from, Sheriff Taylor, is a long line of pimps. Saving the town of 12? Shit, you just flipping the mattresses over is all.
Sorry as I am for your mama's tragic passing, you are doing time for your part in this, Dutch. Accessory after the fact, wasting police time, pissing in the holy water. I don't give a shit. Your brothers, MORT and RAIF, the tales they're telling, my oh my.
You mean the cokehead cop fucker and the one that ain't stopped screaming these past 12 hours?
Dutch holds her finger up and almost on cue can distinctly hear the sound of MORT panic screaming from the cells.
Good luck with that on the stand. I ain't saying shit till my lawyer gets here.
Look at you, not knowing if you're the candle or the flame, if you're the one burning or being burned. Humor me, Dutch. Speculate. Why did JP go out on the lake? Why did he go when he didn't need to? Why do that?
I guess in case RAIF followed JP down to the lake, so JP threw the bikes in there to make a splashing sound like a body going in the water, but better still, there was no body in the lake. If RAIF flipped, his entire story goes to shit, and if the police dived the lake, JP would know for sure RAIF was the rat. JP wasn't smart, but he was paranoid. Fourth Amendment shit speaks to that. What, you ain't seen his YouTube channel?
Mayor Gimble knocks, opens the door.
NYBERG's lawyer is here.
Okay, send him in.
Oh, Mr. Mayor, you'll want to step in, I think, once she arrives.
Mayor Gimble exits. Kurt THOR stares at Dutch, but her eyes are locked on the floor, giving nothing away. Dr. THOR looks at the frosted glass, sees Mayor Gimble approaching, and what appears through the glass to be a very short person. Mayor Gimble enters the interrogation room, followed by a woman in a wheelchair, 31. The woman wheels her chair to Dutch's side of the desk, places a folder on the table.
Dr. THOR, actually, I believe you know my attorney.
No, sorry. Can't say that I do.
DHALIA RUGINA, originally from London, England.
Exterior intersection, CCTV footage, day, flashback. A jogger runs toward the intersection. Dahlia looks to her right, crosses onto the intersection. Smash! Dahlia has been run over by a Phoenix 4F driverless auto. Back in the interrogation room, Dr. THOR is absolutely aghast.
Lately of Sacramento.
Motherfucker.
Just thought if I'm to be charged with anything and there's to be a lengthy public trial, might be an idea to get in someone with media experience, to talk to those TV news people, coast to coast, long as the trial lasts. Dahlia here, she practically bit my fucking hand off. Guess some people just like being on TV.
Dr. THOR's mouth literally drops open.
Mayor Gimble, this is for you.
Dahlia removes a document from the folder on the table, hands it over to Mayor Gimble, who's still too stunned to speak.
I took the liberty of drawing up some papers. Miss NYBERG's idea.
Mayor Gimble looks suspiciously at Dutch as Dahlia slides the same document across the table to Dr. THOR.
What papers?
Contract between THOR Industries and the town of 12th, binding Dr. THOR to build his Phoenix 4F factory here in your town, set against a bond of $350 million. Only, he won't sign. His Phoenix 4F factory was bound for Tijuana from the start. We all know that. Dr. THOR, I want you to imagine yourself on the courtroom steps, explaining to the media why exactly you refused to sign such a deal. One negotiated by a woman who will never walk again because of your driverless tech. News cycle after news cycle. You think any town in America will let you test your car after that? On the streets where their children ride their bikes every day? Or, we could all imagine this, no charges, no trial, no media. Nobody finds out you never in a million years were going to build your factory in a town like 12th, because people like Dutch NYBERG are too expensive to employ. But as roadkill, a bargain at the price. Dutch walks tonight, or a public trial that'll crush your stock price like balls in a vice.
Stunned silence in the room.
Well, what's it to be, boys?
Exterior, Dutch's trailer, morning. Dutch throws a suitcase into the back of her truck, carefully places her saddle next to it, locks the front door, then hesitates when she sees the .22 .250 Winchester brass bullet keyring in her hand. Dutch thinks about this for a moment, then jumps in her truck, starts her up, drives away. Reveal, Dutch's charred, raggedy-ass doll is again cable-tied to the front grille of her truck. 12th Main Street. Dutch pulls up next to out-of-town Brown's drinking seat. Dutch knocks the outside of the driver's door. Out-of-town Brown looks up. Dutch tosses him the key to her trailer. He catches it, looks at Dutch, utterly perplexed. Dutch nods at out-of-town Brown. He nods back, clearly overwhelmed at this act of generosity. Dutch wraps the outside of the driver's door, drives away. By the police kennels, Luna barking excitedly as Dutch bolt cuts the heavy lock. As Dutch opens the kennel, Luna runs out into the field for a quick play, then straight back to Dutch. Dutch kneels down, pets Luna.
Luna, you're coming with me because your old mother is a cokehead. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's a cokehead. Yes, she is.
Exterior Dutch's truck, South Lindbergh, day, moving. Being flat Michigan, the roads only go in dead straight lines through deep wilderness woods. Fine hunting country. Inside Dutch's truck. Music, reprise, Joan Blondell, My Forgotten Man. Dutch driving, Luna's head out the open passenger window, ears flapping in the breeze. Dutch absent-mindedly singing the words as she takes in the beauty of the forest drive.
He walked behind the plow, the sweat fell from his brow. But look at him right now.
Then, in the distance, Dutch sees it. The Phoenix 4F followed by the tech convoy coming down the road. Interior second support vehicle, day, moving. Dr. THOR on a laptop monitoring data from the Phoenix 4F. Back in Dutch's truck, as the convoy gets closer, Dutch's eyes get darker. She deliberately puts on her seatbelt, turns off the music. Back in the support vehicle, Dr. THOR glances up from his laptop, then right back at the screen. Something twigs in his mind. He looks up the road again, clearly recognizing Dutch's truck. Dutch's truck. Dutch points at the passenger footwell.
Jump down there, girl. Go on now.
Luna hops off the seat, sits into the footwell. Dutch locks her eyes on the road, accelerates hard. Support vehicle. Dr. THOR sees that Dutch is speeding up.
You've got to be kidding me.
Dutch's truck. Dutch reaches back to the control panel over her shoulder, aggressively pulls down the red lever. Behind the tow bay of Dutch's truck, the 15-pound tow hook falls onto the asphalt, dragging a quarter-inch metal cable behind it. As the hook bounces across the lanes, it causes the metal cable to flip from side to side like a snake. In the support vehicle, Dr. THOR grabs a mic handset from the dash.
Shut it down! Shut it down!
Shut what down?
All of it! Everything right now!
Sir, I don't see any anomalies on the data on our side.
Then Dr. THOR sees it. The flailing metal cable and hook whipping across the road behind Dutch's truck.
You've got to be fucking kidding.
Inside Dutch's truck, Dutch pulls a second lever on the control panel, causing the hydraulic arm to pitch out to the left. This causes the flailing metal cable to lash across the road. The 15-pound hook flips up, smashes through the windscreen of the Phoenix 4F, which engages its emergency brakes, causing a massive, violent pileup between the Phoenix 4F and the support convoy vehicles. The Phoenix 4F is shunted into the woods, where it is violently mangled into the trunk of a tree. The 15-pound hook is still inside the Phoenix 4F, meaning when the metal cable runs out of slack, the driver's door of the Phoenix 4F is ripped off the vehicle. The flying door shatters the windscreen of Kurt Thor's car, causing the airbag to deploy in his face. Dutch's truck is violently shunted to the left by the force of the door being pulled off the Phoenix 4F, but Dutch easily rides the drift, then brings the truck to a gentle stop. Dutch pets Luna, who doesn't seem at all bothered.
Good girl.
Dutch steps out of her truck, sees the smoking carnage no more than 100 yards down the road behind her. Dr. THOR has a bloody scalp from glass becoming stuck under the airbag as it deployed. Dazed, he steps out of his car. Dutch walks to the back of her truck, hits a red button, causing the metal cable to be recalled along its spool, dragging the door of the Phoenix 4F along the road towards the rear of Dutch's truck. Dr. THOR sees this, shouts up the road to Dutch.
You think this changes anything? You think this stops anything, you fucking idiot? Stupid fucking woman! Nothing has changed by this!
Technician number 320 takes Dr. THOR's arm.
You okay, sir?
Dr. THOR violently shoves technician number 3 away.
Get the fuck away from me!
The cable has now fully retracted, meaning Dutch now has the mangled door from the Phoenix 4F, replete with the THOR Industries logo pinned to the back of her truck. Dutch stares fearlessly at Dr. THOR.
Une personne intelligente. Got one thing right, motherfucker.
Dutch gets back in her truck, drives away. Dr. THOR looks back at the wrecked convoy. Technicians times 10 now fighting multiple fires with CO2 extinguishers.
Fuck!
Later that day, inside Dutch's truck, Dutch driving, Luna asleep on the passenger seat. They're approaching the Sault Ste. Marie, Canada, U.S. border toll station along I-75. A border guard, 30, waves Dutch into the inspection lane. Close to the inspection lane, later. Dutch and Luna, sitting on the grass verge as border guards ×5, make a thorough, deep inspection of Dutch's pickup. One of the guards gives Dutch a bemused look when he sees the door to the Phoenix 4F on the back end of the 15-pound hook. The sun is going down before Dutch is waved back to her vehicle by a pissed-off-looking border guard. Dutch gets back in her truck with Luna, drives away. Exterior, rural road, southern Ontario, sunset, moving. Dutch pulls over to the side of the road, gets out of the truck, walks to the front grille. Dutch cuts the cable ties on the raggedy-ass doll. She looks up and down the road. No one watching. Dutch tears the head off the doll, revealing inside a $40,000 Rolex Daytona, rose gold, black dial. Dutch pockets the watch, winks at Luna through the windscreen. Luna barks at Dutch. Dutch tosses the doll by the side of the road, gets back in her truck, drives off into the sunset. Fade out.